Hello. Okay, yeah, so the mic's working now. Man, ever since I hooked up that fucking external microphone, my videos, like the microphone shit has been fucked up ever since I did that shit, man. Every like and it's just completely erratic. Like sometimes it says like it's hooked up to the internal microphone, and I go to click a video to the live stream, and the shit won't work. And other times it will work. So I don't know what the fuck. Like every time I gotta try it at least one time for it to be fucked up or not. But anyway, so I end up here after I was playing Gran Turismo Sport online, and this is just a Q&A. I'm just chilling through quarantine, and I was scrolling through YouTube, and I was playing Gran Turismo Sport online because Gran Turismo Sport is not a simulation racer, but it's good enough if all you have is a controller, which okay, in my flat in America, I have the whole sim racing setup, but here all I have is a controller, so I'm stuck with Gran Turismo. I have a set of Corsa, but the shit can't. But the shit won't like if I okay. This is just a short rant. If you don't play simulation racing, the regular controller is very sensitive to like simulation driving. So a set of Corsa is more sim. So like I can't fucking play a set of Corsa, or really, I mean, I can play Dirt Rally. I have Dirt Rally 2.0, but it's not the same with the controller versus like just a legit wheel. And my wheel and the whole sim rig is in America right now. I don't have it. So I'm stuck with the controller. But I kept getting disconnected, and I stumbled upon a video on YouTube. I mean on hang on. Where is it? Give me a second. Oh, it was this bitch woman who has been on 77 dates still can't find the perfect guy. And she's not a bad looking girl. She's not a horrible looking girl. Oh, hello, Solo Shine. Your younger Paul Proteus. Okay, I don't know who that is, but hey, hello, Don King and David Cummings. Hey, man, how's it going? Yeah, this is and I have to be honest with you guys. I don't even know how to work YouTube or social media or anything that well. So like, I see other guys on YouTube. They can put these little fucking like text messages to let you know like what's going on. Like, and you can your YouTube stream. I don't know how to do that shit. If I knew how to do it, I would do it, but I don't know how to do it. So it's just going to be these random live streams for question and answers. So just to set the tone of it, I'm just going to ramble because I'm not in anyone's head who could be watching this. So like, if you have a question, shoot it, go for it. But in the meantime, I'm going to go on these topics that I stumbled upon up until now while I'm drinking this beer. Oh wait, my light's shining. Zlatomor. I can't pronounce this shit, but it's a decent beer. It's not a horrible beer, so I'm drinking it. So this video, woman who has been on 77 dates and still can't find the perfect guy. That shit is at the core. That's the result of feminism. That's it. Because she's not a bad looking woman. She really isn't. Hold on. This is her.
Yeah, I would rather be single than be with the wrong person. So I'm willing to kind of keep trying and meeting new people until I kind of meet.
You can see she's not a bad looking girl. But that's the result of feminism, man. Feminism, it fucking destroys it really does. It destroys women's entire reasonings for being on the planet. And the worst thing, in my opinion, is with bitches like that, I touched on this in previous videos, man. Women are not naturally builders in life. Meaning, let's say like let's just put it in theory. Let's say like if they're supposed to be building a house, like from brick to brick, women would never ever check the foundation that the house is actually being built on. If you leave it to a woman, she would never check that shit. Ever. She wouldn't care. She would rather get mad at you for checking on her, for checking the foundation the house is being built on. You see, especially nowadays, the only time like these genuinely decent households are built is out of sheer luck from the woman, because like most women, like they have no sense of logic. They don't. So by the time they end up, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, their brains, and that's what I labeled this video, their brains genuinely cannot see outside of their own bodies. They genuinely cannot do it. And what I try to also emphasize is as men, don't okay, because I used to get mad about it. I used to get frustrated about it. And I learned relatively on my own. Because like I said, I didn't know red pill or any of this shit existed. But I would advise, man, don't get mad at women for being like this. You have to just accept it. Like I said in other videos, women are the equivalent of about a 4-year-old child mixed with a German Shepherd. They're right in that perfect blend of those two mental capacities. And the only difference is women keep growing to appear older. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. And they gain an actual woman's body. After that, women do not like their brains. There is seriously an evolutionary stop in many of their brains. I'm not going to say all of them because I've met some genuinely impressive women. And I don't want to give off the impression I'm saying every woman, even though I kind of said that before. But there are some women out there who are genuinely intelligent. They genuinely understand things. They get it. They know what they're going to do. They know what you're going to do. Like they can get it. There are women out there who genuinely do understand and they accept it. But out of every 100, I'd say maybe 3, at max 10 on a good day. On a good day, 10 will actually acknowledge what they're doing, accept it, and then actually carry out countermeasures for their regular everyday life. Okay, for their regular everyday life, they will actually employ it. Because see, so out of the math I just gave you right there, out of every 10 that's going to who actually has the mental capacity to acknowledge it, roughly, I'd say at minimum 5 will be able to spot it in all their girlfriends. Yes, Susan's fucking up here. Debbie Soup is fucking up here. Sarah's fucking up here. And they'll come back to you with it. And they'll say, whatever your name is, John, Solo, Shine, David, come, whoever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? They'll say, Sarah fucked up with John again. She's doing blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? She will come to you with it. And then weirdly, when she actually goes through it, the same exact problem, her brain literally cannot comprehend it. There is seriously a mental block in a woman's evolutionary mental capacity. In woman's evolutionary mental capacity, I'm fully convinced there is a complete mental block, and the mental block is brought. I'm gonna get at you, alchemist surfboard. I'm gonna get at you in a second. There is a mental block, and I assign that mental block to biology being okay. Every woman knows her primary objective is to get fucked on the planet, right? Every woman knows their biological objective is to get fucked, and to get bread. That is so that women will cut, snip, cut, color their face, snip, tuck in. They will do anything to get fucked. It is their biological imperative. So by the time they realize that they are finally sexually attracted to men, any mental growth comes to a halt, right? At any mental growth that they might have, philosophically speaking, on any legitimate intelligent level, once it becomes clear that guys want to fuck them, it's over. Perfect example, Billie Eilish. And I've been saying this shit for a while. I'm gonna get at you in a second, Alchemist. Billie Eilish, I called this shit a long time ago with Billie Eilish. Because I'm gonna go a lot. I liked what was that song? I had just flown back from Prague and I was in Florida when that music video came out. And I watched it, and I'm not gonna lie, I love that shit. What was that shit called? It's like, what do you like when we all fall asleep? Where do we go? Like, I love when I seen that video, I fell in love with that shit. That was gang. I love that shit. But I was calling it back then, man. Look, She's going to do what Nelly Furtado and Gwen Stefani did. See, right now, though, like that demographic of woman, she's that awkward woman in life. She's that awkward woman, meaning like she's cute enough to get by in the low in a relative okay in a woman's mind. She's cute enough to get by and get pretty much whatever she wants with the lesser quality men. And I'm speaking from a woman's mindset, not my mindset, but from a woman's mindset. The lower quality men will pretty much give her whatever she wants. She'll get music produced for free. Well, I think her brother or something plays guitar for her, some shit like that. She's cute enough. Nelly Furtado, Gwen Stefani, they're cute enough to blow up in that scene, right? And then what? And mark my words on this. Mark my words on this. For I don't know how many people even watch my videos. It could be 10, it could be 20, it could be 100. I don't know. But mark my words on this shit. When Billie Eilish realizes, and I think something just happened recently where she took off her shirt. Once it clicks in her head that guys want to fuck her, and it's a positive, there's a positive reinforcement for her wearing makeup and just sitting there and just being woman. Once it finds, because a lot, it doesn't click at the same time with every girl. Some girl could be 12, some girl could be 14, some girl could be 19, some girls could be 25. It's not the same exact year for every girl, but once it clicks, watch. I guarantee you with Billie Eilish, I give her another 2 years at maximum 2 years before you're going to start seeing her in videos in bathing suits laying on a pool looking at you singing some depressed song. I know, man. I'm telling you, because I know bitches' nature, man. Once they realize guys want to fuck them, any mental growth comes to a halt. It's going to come to a halt. Okay. Can I solicit average women for $40? How? Okay, surfboarder. The short answer is yes. The long answer with $40 with an average woman. Okay, well, my long answer is going to be this. Are you first? I'm going to break apart the two areas I'm going to go to, and then I'm going to go to the area where I will say, yeah, you can do it. Okay, first off, how are you going to approach these women? Like, how are you going to be dressed? Are your clothes going to be tailored? Are you going to be wearing suits, ties, or whatever the fuck, tucked in, button up? I have to know like how you're going to be approaching women. Or are you going to be approaching them and just, and I'm not dissing anybody. I'm not trying to diss anybody, but are you going to be approaching them and, untailored jeans, clothes that are relatively looser fitting? Women pay attention to all this shit. Women have an instinct. God, I got the fucking hiccups. Women have an instinct of being able to tell what you can afford. What you can afford. Okay, what you can afford, and two, what your confidence can completely override. Those are the two things that women consistently keep track of. Always. It never, from every woman, my mother, my aunts, my cousins, my sisters-in-laws, every woman keeps a running tally of what men can afford, one, and which man's confidence can override not affording. Not, his self-esteem won't take a hit from not being able to afford XYZ. So if you're approaching a woman, for lack of better words, if you're approaching a woman based on like that, the stereotypical European male style, tailored, everything's tailored, everything's tightly tailored to his body, blah, blah, blah. It wouldn't even take you $40, honestly, especially if you're in, I don't know where you are, if you're in America or not. Freaking high street. I'm here listening while I do my home sport. Hey, go for it, man. This fucking quarantine is kicking everybody's ass right now. I heard America got it about a week ago. We've been under in a year here in Europe. We've been under for about I think about three weeks, maybe a month now. It's kicking everybody's ass. But when it comes with $40 to get the average woman, man, in my history, what I did, either one, I would just get lucky, which a lot of guys do, or two, I had to up my game. I would say up my game, but I had to up my dressing game because women like to say men are shallow, but the reality of it is women are far more shallow than men. Okay, you're in Cleveland, Ohio. I was in Cleveland for a bit. I stayed, and you may call me a snob for this, but I stayed in Shaker Heights when I was in Cleveland. Shaker Heights it's not a poor area. It's maybe not the richest area, but it's not a poor, because my uncle, he died, man. My uncle, not long after I came to Prague, he died randomly, man. He got the fucking flu, went to urgent care and died. I took him to I had to drive him from Dayton, Ohio to Cleveland Clinic. And if you're in Cleveland Clinic, you already know Cleveland Clinic is like its own fucking city in itself. Like it truly is an amazing place. Like if anybody else is watching is not from Ohio or see Cleveland Clinic, it's you graduated from Shaker. Oh shit. Yeah. Like Shaker Heights, I stayed in this like beautiful fucking house, man. It was like, they told me it was $1 million house. I don't know what the fuck it was, but I could believe it because there was like a fucking river in the backyard. It was fucking amazing, man. It was a great spot, man. I love Shaker Heights, but Shaker Heights was definitely a richer area. Oh, okay, okay. I'm sorry. With $40. See, because you're in America too. You're in Ohio with this shit, man. I'm trying to think back to how I was. I'm not trying to like shit on anybody, but how I was before I had left and where my mentality was back then with bitches. Because in America, you got the whole Me Too shit. You never know if you're going to be a creep, if you're going to accuse you of sexual harassment, so you're a little afraid of that. It's everything just fucked up in America. So I'm trying to think, man, like what? Because I'm going to be honest with you, man. With my experiences, I have officially learned to just not give a fuck, right? That's it. But in America you can't do that because you might be on the 9 o'clock on the Channel 12 news that night. Or I don't know what the news is in Shaker in Cleveland, but you might be on the news that night. if you do have the shit you can get away with in Europe. But fuck, man. $40. Okay, I'll tell you this. Perfect example. Okay, this is what you do. $40. I don't know how old you are. You don't have to tell me how old you are, but I will tell you this. You will not believe the amount of women who are in their professional fields of work after, I'd say, after roughly 30 years old, they are begging to get fucked. And they cannot find a man to raw dog the fuck out of them. Not for a child, just for the fact that they like, okay, you have to follow me into this for a second. When women get these authoritative roles, whether it's policewoman, a female judge, a female attorney, head of accounting, head of some department in a job, you see the reality of what happens to women. This is why feminism destroys women. Once they get these positions of power, and you won't believe how many times I get this. You would not believe how many times I get. I got a 40-year-old bitch right now. I text, look, come get fucked. And she tells me all the time about her fucking jobs, about her job. She works in automotive in the marketing department or marketing or some bit. I don't know what the fuck, because I don't be listening to the bitch half the time she be talking. But what I'm getting at is she has a legit professional career. And the reality of it is those bitches like they're so caught up in their jobs that they don't know how to become submissive again. But they know they have to become submissive for a man to fuck them again. But they're so caught up in their career, and feminism taught them, well, if you're just caught up in your career, you can take care of yourself and you don't need no man. So they're like living off of that, but their woman side is still saying, I want to get fucked like a dirty fucking nasty slut behind a dumpster of a raunchy club. Like that's where she's so like, okay, my opinion is this. If you try, if you're trying to get some good sex, find some woman in a professional career. I'd say, okay, the gold mine is over 35. If she's 35 and older, if you're trying to get quick, easy sex, find a woman 35 and older and just be upfront with her. Because those women have, and trust me on this, those women have even the good looking ones, those women have the hardest time getting laid because they cannot juggle being dominant at a job and then being submissive at home and in a bar and a club. They like being see what feminism did was it tried to teach women to be dominant, to become men. But see, the reality of it is training a woman to carry male traits traumatizes women. They don't know how to react after that. They don't know how to go out and become happy as a woman again. So they are so lost. So like, okay, long story short, if you're trying to fuck bitches, okay, especially now with quarantine, go on Tinder. I would say do this. Go on Tinder, set the dating options to 40 and up. And you're gonna be fucking a match within 2 or 3 days. Just within 2 or 3 days. Some of them you may have to tell them what they want to hear. Others, they're waiting for you to tell them something. Like matter of fact, hold on, let me pull up. I'm gonna show you a picture of one bitch I got right now. She's 40. And the only reason I fuck with this bitch is because she's super fucking nasty and dirty in bed. And the bitch, I don't want to put her face out there because I don't want to put her business all in the street. But she's 40. I don't want to put up well, you already seen her now. Fuck it. That's her. That bitch is 40. Well, that's her ass right there. And the bitch is 40 and is like dying. Like she's fucking dirty as fuck, nasty as fuck, but she has a legit superior job. And the first part of our conversation was she can't find a man to dominate her. She wants a man to choke her out, spit in her fucking face. Like she craves it. Women hate. I cannot stress this enough, man. Like, matter of fact, let me see if I can go back to the text. I'll show you the text messages. Fuck it. Oh, because like women hate positions of power. They truly do. Oh, hang on. I just want to get like, I prefer 20-year-old girls. Hell not. They have not any value. Tell her what she want to hear. Can't lie. What does that mean? What a lot of girls want to hear. A lot of women in these age groups. God damn, I'm going through all this bitches. All the gray is from where she texts me, and I don't be reading half this shit. The green is where I text her back like one sentence, and that's all her shit. She messaged me. Like, I don't read this shit. Like, I just text her some filthy shit and just come get fucked. What women over 30 and 35 want to hear, they want to feel like that special queen that men would treat them like when they were 20. But the thing is, a lot of them have been so starved and deprived from it that by the time they hit 40, all you got to do is probably, and I won't do this, but I've heard other guys do it. All you have to do is tell them maybe 2 or 3 exchanges of what they want to hear, and then just stand there and just shut the fuck up, and they'll talk themselves into giving you some pussy, quick. Tell her what she. Yeah, so I mean, okay, so let me go deeper into what she wants to hear. She wants to feel special, but not worshipped. She wants to feel okay. Like now, no woman. Okay, you have to remember this when you're talking to bitches. Women never want to lead ever. Women, I don't care if she's Hillary Clinton doesn't want to lead. Okay, and that bitch was is she vice president now? I don't know. I forget how that shit works. But but you get what I'm saying. Women never want to lead ever. They hate it. They genuinely hate it with a passion. I agree, but for the 30 ladies, too late. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. Hey, Tekken, how's it going, man? But yeah, yeah, you have to remember this when you're talking. Okay, women do not grow mentally. They only grow. They only just grow old physically, but their brains never change. They don't change. Women never. So women never ever want to leave. So to explain deeper into what she wants to hear, as long as you follow these core rules, you should be fine. Never ever end something in a question unless it's like a legit. Okay, like in my situation, I'm in a different country. I don't know some ways of the culture, some shit like that. So I have maybe one or two passes to end something with a question mark, right? But a check guy wouldn't even have that with bitches here. I get away with that. So if you're talking with bitches like you're in America, you're talking with another American bitch, never ever end something in a question. Never do it. If you want her to say something, say, tell me about blah 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 blah. Never say, well, what do you think about blah blah. Once you do that what do you think? That once you ended in a question to like kind of like thrust her into leadership, she's gonna fucking lose all respect for you. Quick, very quick, very quick. Also, never ever double text her. Never do that unless she has already done it to you in the past. Then it's like kind of okay, but even then it's not really okay. But never ever like text her one time and if she didn't text you back, so you text her 2 or 3, 4 more times. Don't ever anything that's gonna make you look desperate as far as asking questions or constantly contacting her is going to fuck you up with any woman, any woman on the planet. What is surfboarder? What is lead what? Everything where the babies act surfboarder, yeah. They're babies acting like they're grown. Yeah. The only but the big difference is they appear to be grown. And then also like they work, so they have to pretend to be grown. But they're really babies. Most of them. I'd say 90, at least 95% of them. Once you get them all from the heroin addicts to the CEOs of companies to the bitches who make, $1 million a year, once you get them home in your flat and they're laying on the bed, they all turn to fucking spoiled brats. All of them do. Every single one of them. Yeah, I agree, Take it. They're all grown children. They're all of them are. Every I keep saying all of them, but I say most of them are. Most of them are completely comfortable in that role because it's just biology. Their role is to follow man. Now they'll pretend like it's not, and they're in their job or what have you. Or sometimes they don't want to, admit it. But this is another case, man. This is another scenario. You would not believe how many feminists secretly come to me or come to other people I know and want to get railed the fuck out by just a dominant man who just dominates the fuck out of them. Like the strongest feminist craves to be fucking just pounded out to extinction, pretty much. Like it's woman's nature, but they keep trying to fight it. And I can go into the perfect storm of how it all became, but it really is a perfect storm of how we got to where we are now, at least in North America. In the West, more like the UK, America, it's a perfect storm of how that happened. The UK has a little more leeway with it because they're closer to, Europe proper. They're close to other people who can, make fun of them for shit. But it's still genuinely the same shit. Like it's a perfect storm of how it happened. How do they drive then? Jeez. Well, I mean, okay. Okay, surfboard. How do they drive? It's no secret. Women usually okay, when you're driving behind a car that's like fucking up, they're slowing down super early, they're in the middle of the road. everybody knows what they automatically think it is. It must be a woman. It must be a woman trying to hurt women. Now, sometimes, like I said, every now and then you get a Danica Patrick. I'm not every woman's not that fucked up. Most of them are. Most of them are. They always smash their cars. Okay, deal. How's it going, deal? Being super alpha man, should I feel bad destroying a woman's sex life by tying them up, introduce her to bondage sex, knowing she's not going to find out? No, totally do it. No, deal. Do it as long as, I mean, don't force it. Don't like rape the bitch. But yeah, totally do it, because what you're gonna do, deal. What you're gonna do when you do that? Because I've done this shit before. I got a bitch right now. I alpha widow. What you're gonna do is you're gonna alpha widow her, because what's gonna happen is one or two things is gonna happen. Okay, one of three things. One, she's gonna fall in love with it she's gonna fall in love with the total experience the entire way. She's gonna crave it, love it the entire way. Right? That's usually the best case scenario. The medium scenario, which can turn the best case, which has a better chance of going to best case versus worst case, is, let's say you tire up, you do all this shit. She's just kind of like doing it for your pleasure, and then when she leaves, she says she doesn't like it. But now, don't panic, okay? Because what she's gonna do next, she's gonna go out to Basic Steve and fuck Basic Steve with Basic Missionary, and she's gonna be just bored as fuck. Like, is this all? Is this really it? And then she's gonna hit you back up. It may take a month, it may take 3 months, it may take 6 months, but she's going to come back to you. And the worst case scenario is she just wasn't feeling it at all. It's not her thing, which it's her right. It's totally her right to not. It's not her thing. You can't be mad at that. But those are usually the three scenarios. Like, when I was telling that story, I was thinking of a bitch, right? I was thinking of a bitch who I was I was like pounding her fucking pussy. Like, I remember one time we ended up under my computer desk, and how she would come was, this bitch would specifically come, but I remember I had her doggy style most of the time. She had a fat fucking ass, but she was skinny. And she would do this thing where her body would tense up, and then she would go, ugh. And you could just feel like all the warmness on your dick, because she was coming all over your dick. And I would just like fucking like long stroke her ass hard. Whap! And she would go, I can't do it, but she would like take that, and then I just pound her fucking ass in the end. And she went back. I remember, because we ended up falling out, and she went back to her boyfriend, and then she would like text me all the time, want me to shove my dick up her ass. Like, please come shove your dick up my ass. Like, I like, seriously, I'm not joking. Like, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Oh, wait, hang on. I'm sorry. Wait, this. And I'm not going to be able to provide it on a regular. Oh, well then, hey, that's actually better for you, man. Deal. If you're not going to be able to provide on a regular and she falls in love with you, how you spin that shit is you have other. Okay, really, how you spin it is you just not worried about it. That's how you show her that shit. You just don't worry about it. Like, I don't know what you're living. Maybe you're living with roommates. I don't know what the fuck. But as far as she's concerned, you just don't care, and that's going to boost your fucking worth to her. Because like the entrepreneurs and cars guys said, men value love, women love value. If you're valuable to someone else, then it's going to raise you up in her books. You see, so because every woman knows men just want sex. So if it gets to the point where you're like, like, oh, you immediately just went up at least a little bit in her fucking scheme of things. Okay, wait. XXL Austria, a young bitch who has a boyfriend is texting sometimes to me. I dated her a couple times, but never happened. Nothing. I said to her she needs to focus on her relationship. But the reason why she is still texting you is because in her mind you threw her away, and that goes right back to what I was talking to Deal about. The reason why she's now let's say let's say when she was texting you, and let's say you had just dove face first, and I bet you'd have lost her real quick, unless she was like really trying to monkey branch. But for the most part, you'd have lost her because you would have lost value by her becoming number one. But see, the fact that you was like, No, go over there somewhere. That raised your that raised your stock. And her and in bitch stock market, your stocks went up 20 points because you bye bitch. You know what I'm saying? And she went, oh, well, I don't know how to take this. And at first she was mad, she was distraught, and then she's like, oh well, he must be valuable because he just threw me away, but he's still there, and but he must like me. That's how bitches' brains think, man. That's how they think because you threw her ass the fuck away. And it's really, oh yeah, okay. So when I tell you this, man, when you eventually fuck her, this is how you. Okay, when you eventually fuck her, you have to fuck her with no remorse, like, because at this point, okay, a woman's core nature is to please men or please everyone around her, but to please men is like the ultimate high point in her life. That's it. So at this point, you already pushed her aside, said, fuck you, get the fuck out of here, go back to your boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. I don't need, okay, in her mind, what she heard was, I don't need you. Bye, bitch. You're worthless. And it hit her. So what you do is, if you do eventually end up fucking her, you fuck her with all the perversions you got. And don't ask, don't ask a question. Just do it. That's what I would do. You just gotta just do it. Just let her rip. And I bet you, and just let her rip. And yeah, that's it, man. That's it. Same thing happened to me, Don King. Okay, I don't. I've been talking so much, I don't remember what the fuck I was even saying. But fuck it, it's quarantine, man. Drinking my Czech beer in Prague. Everybody's scared to get sick from this quarantine bullshit. Anyway, what I do want to say is, if anybody has any questions on any matter, like definitely, ask me. Fuck it, like anything, whether it's philosophy, questions about college, school, high school, whatever the fuck. Oh, no problem. Yeah, thank you for watching. XXL. When you solicit, do you offer to pay a bill, or do you say, here, I want to fuck up? For me, okay, well, a lot of messages came in. Okay, surfboard. For me, at this point in my life, with me, and I'm going to be honest, from my perspective of life, that's all I can truly speak on. Since I'm in Czech Republic, which means here there's not a lot of black people. First off, in general. Also, with that being said, there's not a lot of black guys who genuinely dress well and they are not controlled by some job or something like that. So I think that raises me here. On top of that, I speak fluent English. I'm from America. But I get approached, believe it or not, man, I get approached a lot. And women will tell me that I'm cute. They'll walk up to me and say, well, you're really cute. So I get it. So when it comes to times where I actually have to approach a bitch in Czech Republic, it's usually in a brothel. Because man, I fuck hookers. I will tell you anything you want to know. Ask me any fucking thing you want to know. I will tell you the truth on that shit. I will fuck hookers. I don't give a fuck. Whatever I'm in the mood, whatever strikes my taste that day, that's what I'm fucking. But in America, well, what the last bitch I had in America, I was walking my dog, and now I'm gonna be honest with you. This is how it happened. Oh, thanks, XXL. What do you do if you're short? I'm short too, David Cummings. I'm short. I'm 5'7". I'm short. I don't know how tall you may be, but I consider myself short. What do you? Okay, real quick, I'm gonna answer David, and I'm gonna go back to the bitch when I was walking my dog and how I pulled her. Which is really fucking easy. I don't know why I used the word pulled, like I had to do some work in it. It wasn't a lot of work. But okay, what do you do if you're short? Okay, David, what I would tell you to do, man, because I'm short. I'm 5'7". I'm not tall, man. Most bitches, there's only one bitch I can think of that I fucked or two who are shorter than me. The rest of them are taller than me. When I stand up, they're like here. And I got to like damn near like when I got them like bent over in my flat. Hold on, I'll show you guys my flat. It's nighttime, so you can't really see a lot outside. But that's downtown Prague, all down there. I'll have they face up against the window looking at downtown Prague while I have her fucking butt cheeks like bent over, and I'm like damn near jumping up in her pussy. It's ridiculous. But if you're short, man, you have to remember this. Women can sniff out insecurities. Okay. They can always sniff, like they're like dogs with this shit. If you're insecure about something, they're going to sniff it out. So you must learn how to not care. That's the thing. Like, even if you fuck up, or even if you get beat up in front of her, just don't care. Now, I will say this. Some women do get turned on if a guy beats up somebody, and she may go fuck him. If she does, whatever you do as a man, just do not get angry and never care. That is like the core of fucking bitches. You're not insecure. Okay, yeah. If you're not insecure, man, then it's no big deal. A lot of girls do not fucking. A lot of girls like a lot of girls try to say they care, but they really don't. A lot of girls really they say they care because they think other women want to hear them say that they care. But a lot of women, if you approach them on some real shit and just, I mean, whatever you thinking, just, I mean, say it. Just and be honest with them, and then try to make a presence with her. Some girls, I'm like, okay, I'm not the type. I don't like to put in a lot of work with any one woman. But that's because I travel a lot and I see, new women every fucking day. So like one is not special to me. But I'm thinking back to how I was in Ohio. You kind of got to put that like that presence in with them a little bit. You have to, kind of be around them a little more, and you kind of have to, you got to exist a little longer with them. Especially if you're living in a small town, you have to do that a little more. Where if you live in a big city like New York City or Prague or like a capital city, that doesn't really work. That kind of comes off as desperate in these areas. Do I have game for introverts? Oh, this is easy. You being an introvert is your game. That is your game. The fact that you are introvert, that you're not looking for attention. That is your game. You already have introverts. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. You already have game if you're an introvert. That's easy. Not in La La America. What you're saying is true. Why are some men insecure because we are raised by our moms? No, I wouldn't say that. Alchemist. Okay, Mr. Surfboarder. Men are insecure because men have been raised through media to be insecure. Every movie, I tell you this. I just watched Ready Player One about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. Ready Player One. It was a good movie, but it fits this exactly because I almost turned it off because he kind of fit this whole stumbling, bumbling, I'm in love with you, with the avatar of the girl who she was a cute avatar, and he met her in real life, and she had a scar on her face, so she thought she was ugly, But media kind of it raises. Media is very powerful, and like I said in that video about race, I think I had a while back, how media because obviously I'm Black. So like media can it can alter your perception of me without even speaking to me or knowing about me. Like if media kind of pushes that, this person's like this, then you'll just believe that, well, that must be what it was because that's my last frame of reference. Like when I said when I first flew to Europe and I flew on Lufthansa, the German airplane, I had never heard German before. So when I got on that plane, the flight to Frankfurt, that's my first time hearing German in real life. And I was terrified because my only frame of reference from German language in person, hearing German language was from Holocaust movies. So I'm thinking like, oh, Hitler's coming back because like that's the because German is very like you can tell when people are speaking German. It's not fucking like, well, are you speaking German? I don't know. Like these motherfuckers speaking German. Like, but that was that media. That was that. And media is a powerful thing, man. Ready Player One. I thought it was a really good movie. But it kind of did that thing where it's just constantly fueling men into like thinking, oh, it's okay to be a bumbling, dumbling fool because the woman will finally grow to see that you're actually a good guy as long as you put in effort. And all that does is train you to be a beta cuck bitch in reality. That's all it does. Oh, Star Fox. Hey, Star Fox. You have to be stoic with bitches and in life. Yeah, in a life period. Yeah. For them to value you, for them to truly value you. Yeah, you have to. You thanks, Star Fox. You love the channel. Thanks a lot, man. But yeah, Star Fox, I agree, man. Yeah, you really do. You really have to be more stoic. You have to like the more you care. Okay, maybe in some contexts, maybe not completely stoic, like still be excited for what you like to do. Like if you like something, then go fucking crazy about it in front of her. But don't get excited for what she likes, if that makes sense. Because getting excited for what she likes, that's in a woman's brain, that is still a form of you following her. You see, she doesn't want to have to instruct you. You see, because you're getting excited for her, so now she has to now instruct you on like what to do, blah blah blah. When you're stoic, be stoic for her. I would say this. My opinion is this: be stoic for whatever the fuck she wants to do. But if it's something you want to do, then get excited and blah blah blah. Because because a woman's brain naturally gets excited by you getting excited because one, she figures, oh, I can please someone if I do what they want, do what they want to hear, blah blah blah. And two, she doesn't have to be bothered with having to lead anything after that because you're leading because you like X, and now she just fuels that. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you fall into the friend zone, like, see, a lot of guys make that whole misconception. They go, oh God, the friend zone. Every guy's been there. That friend zone is rough. Whew. That friend zone is a toughie because for a lot of reasons. God, I don't know, man. Fuck it. If anybody has any more questions, I'm definitely gonna be here. Probably maybe another hour, just hanging out. Oh, deal. I did some homie shit and fucked my friend's wife because it was her fancy to be fucked with a black guy, but now he my friend. That's it. Okay, I've done this, and okay, deal. I've done this. I have been the I don't know what they call it, like the bull. What I don't know. Yeah, you're the black guy who fucks the guy's wife. Yeah, I've done that before too. I had two couples actually. I'll say this. Okay, my first question for you is where is the guy? Because a lot of times, what that really is the reality of it is the guy really wants to. The guy really want. Okay, this is going to be complicated to explain. From my experience with it is the guy really wants to get fucked by a black guy, right? And that's his way of like slowly like getting you. Okay, the guy who's asking for that, he's like the super duper beta at this point. So he really wants to get fucked by a black guy, right? But he's not just flat out gay. He's not just go on whatever fucking website to find a black guy to fuck him. What this super duper beta is going to do is he's going to go out there, get a woman, and then talk the woman into fucking a black guy. Now the woman, now I had two couples. One woman, she did just want to fuck other dudes, But the other woman, she clearly wasn't into it, and I quit fucking her like real quick. But a lot of times, what happens is the guy really wants to get fucked by a black guy because black guys have been fetishized. I can't pronounce it. Black guys have become a fetish in the world. So what the guy will do is he'll hype the woman up, and he'll bring up black porn here and there, black cock here and there, to get you to come over and to get her comfortable, and she'll fuck you because she knows that that's what her husband or boyfriend wants. But really, what's going on is the guy really wants to get fucked by you. In a lot of the cases, that's what it is for real. Now, but there are also other cases where, and this is just, and now we're touching on a race thing, but this is going to be a touchy thing to talk about, and I could go deeper in these situations too. The reality of it is, I've seen this happen with a lot of girls. They really want to fuck black guys or just any other guy than her husband. But what happens is, see, like I say in other videos, to be woman is to be prostitute to the deepest extremes, to the deepest. So what a lot of women will do is they'll secure. I'm sure if you're watching my channel, you've watched other Red Pill MGTOW channels, so they touched on this topic. What women will do is they'll secure the beta bucks guy, the guy who he works. He's worked at the company for 15 years. He makes, good money. He's super stable, but usually with guys like that, their sex lives are horrible because they spent so much time devoting their lives to the company. So they don't even know who they are at this point. So she'll marry him and she'll feed him whatever he wants to hear. And she may be tossing this long, like, what do you think about me having sex with other men, blah, blah, blah. And he'll finally just cave in because he's trying to keep the whole image going of, good job, pretty wife, nice house, nice cars. He's just trying to keep that going. So it's like, well, if she sucks a dick for 20 minutes, that doesn't mean I'm ruined, does it? So he lets her fucking go off and do it. So, and she'll genuinely crave it. I remember I had one couple. I remember when I met him, the first time I met him, I came over to their house. He told me where to park. I went and parked. I'm thinking like, this motherfucker. I'm like ready to fucking fight because you never know what the fuck's gonna happen. I was back in Ohio. This is after I came back from Argentina, and his wife was staying in the kitchen. So when I go in, I follow him in. His wife's staying in the kitchen, and she's like just drinking, standing up, drinking, chilling. She looks at me, blah blah, and then we go outside in the back, and so we sit down on the back patio. And like we have been drinking, I'm drinking now, so it's even getting a little more foggier. But I'm trying to explain everything that I can. We talk about the sex parties they have. So supposedly, like they had sex parties all in their backyard, like everybody just fucking everywhere, and the neighbors see it. The neighbors don't care, that whole thing. And so and keep in mind, I was still a little scared at this point. I was still like a little like, I don't know. And so like something just like, but I'm always gangster. So I say, fuck it. I just pull out my dick. And his wife just immediately comes over and just starts sucking my dick. Immediately. Just starts sucking my dick. Immediately. Like I didn't have to ask her. He didn't have to ask her. She just walked over where I was sitting and just started sucking my dick. Fucked her. And he's like trying to get pictures of me fucking her and blah, blah. And that was I fucked her. I was wearing a condom. Busting out the condom after busting nut, threw in the fucking trash, walked out. And that was really it. That was it. And yeah. I don't know, that's my story about fucking the cuckold. Is that the cuckold's wife? Is that what it's called? That's my story about it. The other guy's wife was just, it freaked. Now his wife did not make any sounds when I fucked her, and that freaked me out. That really freaked me. Like she didn't make any sound. sounds. Like when a woman doesn't like, I don't know how to explain it, man. Like when I say sounds, I mean like not even sounds, but just like she didn't like something. She was just off. Something about her. I mean, she was deaf. I mean, not like she was underage or anything. She was definitely like older, but she was just off. Like I really just didn't. You know when you meet someone you're just not sexually compatible with. I think that's really what it was. I just was not absolutely was not sexually compatible with that woman at all. And I remember the last time I fucked her, this is exactly what happened. Because what I mean, this is actually kind of funny. What happened was, um, okay, when I came over, they had porn playing. It was like, because they would always text me at like 3 a.m. And I even told a buddy of mine, look, you can go over there and fuck her because I don't want to fuck her anymore. But I told them, like, yeah, they always text you at like 2 or 3 a.m. want you to come over and fuck when you come over and fuck, fuck the wife. So I come over. They always have porn playing. They always, always offer you smoke weed. They always had alcohol, all that shit. That was no problem. So I don't smoke, but I drink a little bit. Well, I'm drinking now, obviously. So so he would always like stand, like they would like end up standing up, and he would get her ready. Then you would just come in, like just like slap her ass, feel her up type shit, or like grab her tits while she's like kissing him or something like that. It was just really awkward. So the last time I fucked her was I guess the guy had a fetish where he wanted to watch his wife get fucked from outside. So he would walk out, he would leave the house, they live in the house, and then like peek in through the window while you'd fuck his wife. Now, it was a little awkward, but what even made it more awkward was the fact that like me and her, like we just were not sexually compatible. But I don't think that she had a problem with me. It was that I had a problem with her. And the last time I fucked her, I remember I had her on her back, and I'm like, just like struggling to keep my dick hard at this point while I'm fucking her. Because it's like it's free pussy. They offer me free shit. Like I feel like I'm obligated to fuck this bitch. So like I'm like struggling to keep my dick hard, and the condom broke. And there was another condom sitting on the table, like on the bed next to us. And she goes, "Oh," and we both heard it because you can something, if you're not, because she's not making any fucking noise, you can hear it. You go, it makes a sound. You go, "Oh, the condom broke. There's another condom over there." And I just went, "Oh, you know what? I'm tired. I'm just gonna go home." And I just I hurry up and grabbed the condom so she couldn't see it. I said, like, I don't know where a condom is. And I just left. Never talked to him again, man. That's what happened with the last couple I had. I think this one, well, yeah, I'm not gonna go into that because that's a rough conversation. Okay, Star Fox. I didn't feel shit when I wear condoms. What's the best ones to use? Um, for me, and I'm not trying to do the whole like who has a big dick thing, blah blah blah, and all that shit like that. But for me, magnums, like all those other condoms are like too tight, or they like it's just too tight. For me, like magnums usually work the best. Honestly, that's my bread and butter, so to speak, if that's even the right word to use. But yeah, man. But yeah. And this quarantine has everybody so scared. Oh man, I could go on that topic. The quarantine here has everybody so scared, man, to the point. Okay, Europe is not like America, so like prostitution is legal. It's prostitution. The act in itself is legal in most European countries. Now it's if they're being pimped out or not is what's illegal. But like the actual act of prostitution is legal pretty much once you leave the United States and the UK. There's not much law standing in between, that act. So there were articles in check. A buddy of mine sold to me. Because okay, this furthers what I'm trying to say. Like, when to be woman is to be prostitute, and it also furthers my conversational point of women only know how to act when they're lesser in the situation. They only know how to act. So the article on the internet was about German men who would drive down a Czech Republic to fuck Czech bitches on the regular, because it's just like how it is anywhere else. Once women are living in westernized countries that have more money, those women turn to shit. It's just what it is. It's how it is around the fucking planet. Once women are used to being, the relative golden child. Once they're used to, being relatively living on Mount Olympus, women turn to shit. Their hypergamy just runs them over. Don't get mad at it. Know what it is. Their hypergamy runs them over. And this is why I tell everybody when I talk about bitches. If you want to find a bitch who's going to act right, your best chance is to find a woman in a lower tax bracket than you. That's going to be your best bet. So the article went on about how German men would drive down Czech, because Germany, I think the average wage in Germany, and if anybody here is in Germany, you can probably maybe correct me on this. The average wage in Germany is about 2,300 euros per month. And the average wage in Prague is about maybe like 1,300 euros per month, give or take a little bit. But that's generally what it is. So let me just do the math. With that average wage, German guys, when they want a bitch to act right, what are they gonna do? They ain't gonna fuck German bitches. They're gonna drive to a poor country to get a bitch who's gonna act right and probably look better, to serve him up right, and then he gonna go drive back to Germany. But no, what he do? He drive from Germany, come here, get the bitch a hotel room, stay with her for a day, and probably spend less money on that bitch than he would a regular bitch in his home country for one day. And maybe not even get sex on top of that. But when coronavirus broke out, this is what the article was about on the internet. When coronavirus broke out, German men quit coming, and bitches was fucked up. The whole prostitution game here is fucked up. With brothels and shit, it's all fucked up, because them bitches in brothels, they weren't paying taxes on that money. So they don't get any government assistance when they close the brothels. They closed the brothels about 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And they ain't getting any assistance. So they hitting up everybody trying to suck dick for some money, for anything. Because it's bitches. If they make $3,000 a month, the first thing a bitch's brain is gonna think, where are the flats for $2,700 a month? You know what I'm saying? So they ain't got no money when this shit's over, because they dumb. That they need men to come in and take care of all the heavy thinking. It's just what it is. It's the reality. I mean, like, now there are women who can do heavy thinking on their own, but most of them are not going to do that. Most of them aren't going to do it. They're just not. And then especially with a situation like this, coronavirus was something that like nobody's seen coming. Relatively, in the meaning of time, nobody's seen coronavirus coming. So like bitches, they thought, I have forever to think like this. Just like when bitches be young and they're beautiful, and and they don't realize that they're gonna be 45 one day with a beer belly. Bitches' brains don't think for the future. They just don't. This is why women need men, and women would like women, but women really do need men. It's just the reality of it. Oh, wait, I got other messages. Okay, Austria, please explain how to approach a bitch with a boyfriend and not to be desperate for her. My opinion on this is, okay, the first question I have is, do you really like her? Because it sounds like this is a specific situation. And the reason why I asked that is because my theory on it is no one woman is special. So just as quick as you found one woman, okay, the reality of it is, my theory on it is, when you find one woman who you may think you like and she's taken, she may be the worst woman once you actually get her. She may be horrible in sex, a horrible person, but you don't know what she might turn into. But to answer your question, let me reread it again. How to approach a bitch with a boyfriend and not be desperate for her. In my experiences, the only way this works is if you have either you currently have or you had a time where you were consistently around her. For example, I got a girl right now, and I thought about this channel while I was taking a little break because I got into a side. I like to draw a lot. If you're on if you're on my Instagram, you see some drawings I have on there. But this one girl, I'm not gonna say her name. I hope I'm not, because I've been drinking. I hope I'm not gonna slip up and say her name in it. But man, like beautiful fucking girl, man, beautiful girl. Like the bitch, probably like beautiful. I mean, this girl's like beautiful. We went to college together, and I remember her before I knew her. And before I knew her, man, like everybody knew this girl, man. And I remember we ended up working together. I mean, God, like she was that girl. She's really just on a different level. She had got that traveling in, so she had like imported different styles. I mean, her hair. She's a white girl. Her hair was always done. She always had the best clothes, the best makeup. She was always just immaculate, man, like perfection. She wasn't super skinny. Man, that girl was just perfection. And I tell you what happened, man. What happened was I ended up talking to her, and come to find out, like, I cannot fuck that girl because she is like a little sister to me. And it's just in our conversation, like how we talk, like within an exchange, I feel like this is my little sister. I can't fuck you, type of thing. But the crazy part is, I just sent her a random message on Instagram maybe like 2 or 3 days ago, and she and this is the thing. I'll go years without texting her, and she will text me immediately right back. And like I don't like, and I won't text her back. Like I wasn't, but I won't put her business on the street, man. Because let me see if I can fucking send this shit. If I can show you guys this shit without putting her business on the street. I don't want to put her name. Because my dumb ass, I've been drinking. I may put it so you can see her name. I don't want to put her bit, but it's like she replied. Hold on, let me see if I can time. I sent that at 7:52. She texted me back at 7:53. And I never wrote her back. Like that, you can see, like mine is in blue. I never wrote her back. And she's fucking, man, the girl is fucking beautiful, man. But she's like my little sister. Hang on. Oh, hang on. I gotta scroll up. Are women okay? MGTOW Witcher. Are men scared right now? Do you think a lot of beta bugs are running to help, or not so much? I'm scared. I don't think women. Okay, I think women are scared, but I don't think that they realize they're scared. Because, like I said, women have the brains of children. As long as someone gives them birthday cake when they want birthday cake, they're gonna eat birthday cake. But even in a child's brain who wants birthday cake, they know something's going on, something's fishy because they're getting too much of what they want. Now, but they don't know that they're fucked up yet. But like a child knows. Like if I don't know if you have a child of your own, or if you ever raise a child, if you constantly discipline a child, right? And then you let the child just color on the wall, like just experiment with it. Let the child do whatever the child wants for an hour. And within 20 minutes, the child's gonna start looking at you like, aren't you gonna stop me? I'm coloring on the wall. Don't you see me color on the wall? Like, come stop me. Like the child wants you to come stop it. Like if you ever raised your own child, and you ever experimented with it, like you're probably laughing because you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like the child will want you to come discipline, and that's what a woman is mentally. Like they want to be disciplined. Now, to answer your question, I think women are scared, but they're not fully aware of how scared they are. So instead of just saying they're scared, they'd rather just indulge in these, random internet articles about how they're, how it's so cool to be single at 32 with no children and all this shit like that. They'd rather just do that and just hope men pick up on it and then go over there and discipline them, while they're, relatively coloring on the wall. That's what they're hoping, but it's not going to happen. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh wait, do you think a lot of beta bucks are running to help or not so much? I think okay. There's always going to be a beta bucks. that guy, since the beginning of time, beta bucks have always existed. That every woman on a planet will always have a beta bucks. It's just if she feels if if the beta bucks can make her look good in status. That's what the real question is at that point. Hey, Borkov, I'm chilling, man. Rihanna wants to raise kids without a father. Feminism, fuck these chicks up. So many girls look up. Yeah. Rihanna's fucking done. She just doesn't. She's fucking done. Jonathan Neal, even women that make a lot never save money. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, every now and then you do have some who will think and, blah, blah, blah. But most of them, women are just women's brains are too impulsive. And two, women naturally have a biological urge to have a man take care of them. Like, woman has no urge to take care of themselves. They have no urge for it. Most of them don't. Like, they have more pleasure from a man stepping in and taking care of her, for her. Oh, hang on. Where am I at? Okay. Oh, deal. Is it possible for you to meet a woman that is currently being alpha widowed correctly by alpha, but you come along and knock her out of that and overwrite her current alpha widow situation? It depends on how long it's been. And when you say alpha widow, there's different. Okay, because a big alpha widow. Okay, the ultimate alpha widow, in my opinion, is a bitch who is a single mother. That is the ultimate alpha widow. The ultimate version of becoming alpha widow is a single mother. Okay, because whoever the father of her child is, her pussy is always going to have a spot open for him. Always. The best at that point, the best you can do is become the second baby daddy. At that point, that's the best you can do. Absolute best you can do in her brain. That's the best you can do. But if she doesn't have any children, that's one of those scenarios where, if she doesn't have a child, the chances of you alpha widowing her is you're going to have to get her in bed and do something to her that she's never felt before. But see, that's where you're going to dive into the whole question mark area, in my opinion, of like, because you really don't know what's going to get her off. So it's really just like a gamble at that point. But if she's clearly alpha widowed now and she doesn't have a kid, you're not going to do anything until you relentlessly pound her pussy in. Anything else, and she's just kind of like lingering at this point, from my experience. What's my Instagram? I put it in a other video. Oh wait, I can type in. Hold on, I'll type it in right here. That's my Instagram. I just typed it in. Okay, deal. Or does it work like once a woman's alpha widowed by someone, they always will be alpha widowed by this person? Oh yeah, no, yeah. Okay, yeah. A woman can always be alpha widowed multiple times, but I think the thing is really depend. I think a lot of it is really dependent on that woman and what her revolution is of when she's over a guy, blah 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 blah. And I don't think any two women really have the same period of it, but yeah, women can definitely be alpha widow multiple times. Because like I said, I've alpha widowed a 37-year-old girl and I think I'm pretty sure a 35-year-old woman right now that I can think of right now. The 37-year-old, I'm not joking with you guys with this. The 37-year-old will find women for me to fuck. Now we can have threesomes if I want it, but I only do it like I I only end up fucking her friends because me and her aren't sexually compatible. Now, the friend who the girl who I alpha widow, she had I'm not making this up. She had a guy catch a train from Germany. Like he was like 2 or 3 hours into Germany, rode it all the way down here to Prague to hang out with us. We hung out for a while, and the whole time she was texting me she doesn't like him. I mean, the dude, I met the guy because we was on double date. He was well educated, well spoken. He was patient. He was like, I'll put it like this: if I had a daughter, I would. Oh, I see some. Okay, I got you, man. I see the follow on Instagram. Um, if I had a daughter, I would tell the daughter to go with him because he was a legitimately good guy. From everything that I seen, he was a legitimately good guy. And you know what she did? We were in an Uber at about 2 a.m. in the wintertime. And he didn't speak Czech. And they're like going on about how he didn't like him in Czech. Like I can understand more Czech than I can speak. And they were just going on about how he didn't like him. Like, and the dude, like, I thought he was a great guy, personally. She asked the Uber driver to stop in the middle of the road. She reached over, opened the door, and pushed him out. Whap! And he's asking, what do you want to meet at? What do you want to do? And she just closed the door and said, drive. I was like, God damn. Like, and you know what she did? She stayed in this room, this bed right next to where his laptop is, and she slept while I fucked her friend in my main bedroom. That's where she stayed that night. Because I don't fuck her anymore. It's unbelievable. Okay, wait. This bitch is beautiful. That is true. I understand. How old is she? Do you believe there is a political agenda behind feminism? Honestly, man, I think with that question, Borkov, my ooh, hold on for a second. I don't know what that was. My answer to that is I don't know who this is, but okay, sure. Why not? My answer to that is there a political agenda behind feminism? I think that the world is just in a huge, constant state of flux, and it's kind of like in the same state of flux that where technology was in around the PlayStation 2 era. If you play video games, I think it's in that same era where like nobody really knows where it's going to go next. So everybody's just kind of trying everything. And I think in this context, it's more about, the inclusion of other races and and genders. I think that's where we are now. Because I don't know if you remember back in the PlayStation 2 days, they had 15, 20 different controllers. The PlayStation 2 had like 1,000 games coming out every week for it. Like nobody knew what the fuck to do. And I think that that's where we are now, as far as like, as far as an interpersonal situation, and nobody wants to be left out. And also, I think amplifies it is technology is spreading information far quicker than the news stations could have ever conceived 30 years, 20 years ago. They could have never imagined it would have been this rampant. Because I was talking to my father about this a couple of nights ago, man, about coronavirus. And and my theory on it, my personal theory is this. With coronavirus, had this should have happened 20 years ago, it would have been just a bad case of pneumonia. The governments around the world would have wrote it off as, oh, it's a bad, that pneumonia is taking people out. But see, now you got all this data coming out from all these side news people on Facebook, all these YouTube channels, then the CNN, they getting tidbits. So now, so now it has a name attached to it. On top of that, it's all these conspiracy. Where did coronavirus come from? They come from bats. They come from U.S. going to China for. You guys, all this shit coming behind it to the point where, okay, and the next level is, see, before internet took off and all that, translate, like when things came from different countries, and there was someone speaking a different language. Many people didn't know these other languages, 20 years ago, on the same rate to be able to translate it and to actively translate it professionally. Oh, they could have wrote anything under that motherfucker. And they said, I like McDonald's and Donald Duck. And you'd be like, oh, well, that motherfucker likes McDonald's and Donald Duck. and that just would have been it. But now we got Google Translate. We got all these apps that can tell what this motherfucker's saying. So like so much can't be hidden anymore. So to answer that question, that was a long rant around it. But my answer to that is I think we are just in a constant state of flux, and there's no real way to really there is no way to tell where the next resting ground will be. Like, okay, like another example, like with the iPhone. When the iPhone first came out, the iPhone kind of made it like sure that this was the next resting point. The touch screen that's like actually responsive, and you touch it, it's going to work. Like, I don't know how old you guys maybe who are watching this, but like when the iPhone came out, like touch screens were awful back then. Like, your first thought was, if it was a complete touchscreen, it's not going to be reliable. It's not going to respond well. You're going to have to touch it 3 times before it works. And iPhone was the first gadget where it felt like it was 95% reliable every time you touched it, where you touched it. And iPhone kind of set that next level of resting point. Okay, like Samsung, Nokia, everybody does what iPhone did. We chased that, and that was the next resting place. Oh, I see you, Star Fox. Okay, I got you on Instagram. I got you, man. Okay. Oh, okay. G, if you only test people in hospital, of course, they will be. Yeah. Totally. Yeah, with the coronavirus, yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, yeah, Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna say that I am discounting the seriousness of coronavirus, because I have a girlfriend right now who lives in Italy, and she told me, like, no, like all that shit's real. Like they legit shut that shit down. I got her because she used to work down the street from me. She was on some intern program, and she had to, but she's Italian, like she's legit Italian. It was weird how I found out, because I would go to this coffee shop. Obviously, I'm in Czech Republic, and she would always speak English, but it was really bad English, and I thought she was doing it for me. They come to find out, they say, "Oh no, she's actually Italian. She knows no Czech." So I know more Czech than she knew, and she had to speak English with the people who worked there who were Czech. It's a long story, but anyway, but she's back in Italy now, and she wasn't like, she said, all this real. We've been on lockdown for about, for like 2 months. The country's been shut down. Like, it's fucked up. I'm not trying to downplay the seriousness of it, but what I'm trying to say is, where you do the math on the total situation at the best case scenario, which is how many they've actually tested versus how many are actually fucked up and died, you got like a 90% success rate out that shit, son. Like, now, but now I understand other people's perspective. Let's say if I had a box of 10 cupcakes and I told you 1 cupcake out that 10 cupcakes will kill you, you wouldn't eat any cupcakes. You'd be like, fuck that shit. So I get that perspective. I get both sides. John understood. People with no symptoms aren't getting tested. Sooner or later, the forced vaccines will be. Yeah. There's gonna be. Yeah. And you know what I'm scared? What I'm more scared of now that I'm older and I know how money works and shit. Which I'm not saying I'm like a guru with money. I'm not trying to say that. But I'm trying to say, okay, what I should say is I know how greed works. When it comes to vaccines, testing, there's going to be every desperate fool coming out the woodwork offering countries, kits for $5 million that's guaranteed to work 98% of the time. And then the country's going to, fall for it and give them, not, millions of dollars. And the shit's going to have like a 10% efficiency rate. Like that's what I'm afraid of most because at this point people are scared because it just compounds like because the media has forced on people to be scared, to be terrified. So people just want a way out, and people just want people want what they want. They're going to want a way out regardless of what it costs. So they're going to push governments to keep finding vaccines, and the government's go, okay, well here you go, and the vaccine won't work or fucks around and kills them. That's what I'm scared of personally. Oh, Jonathan, what's up? It's serious. I don't want to make it seem like I'm a. Oh, wait. Here's Siri just cut on. Yeah. Are you guys still in quarantine? Yeah. Yeah, man. They just extended it till April 11th. I've accepted it's going to be at least until middle of summer. I've already accepted that, but like the immediate rumor here in Czech Republic was that it was going to be at least a year. That Czech Republic and most of Europe was going to be fucked up for like a year to 2 years before it gets back to normal. And it's anywhere near back to normal. That was the original rumor that was floating around. But yeah. Oh, here, man, you can if you leave out your flat without without a mask on, it's $800 fine. At first, it was if you just go out. At first, the fine was. By the time the fines kicked if you went on like public transportation or in a public, like in a shopping center or something like that, if you weren't wearing a mask in those places, you would get fined $800. Then, like the next day, it went up to like, okay, if you go outside your apartment, you get fined $800. Like Czech Republic handled it very strong, like very, yeah. It was. I think they handled it very well. It was very strict very early for us. So we've been under quarantine for a while, man. Like I'm going batshit fucking crazy. We've been under quarantine. I called my dad. I think in the U.S. If you're in the U.S., you guys have been under quarantine for like a week, maybe 10 days or something like that. Like we were under quarantine for like weeks before you guys did. If you're in America, so like at this point, like for the first week or two, you're like taking it super serious, and after that, it's like okay, fuck it. Like if I get the shit, I'm just gonna get it. Because a buddy of mine, he came over, and he was the same, but he's like, look, man. Like you can't keep living like this. Like you can't keep living under fear like this. Like as a human, you just gonna get tired of this shit. And you may look, if I get it, I'm just gonna get it. And I'm just gonna deal with it. And like that's just it. And we both like agreed on it. Like, look, yeah, because it living in fear is just not worth it. Like I forget Alan Watts. He said, living a life that you want to living a life worth living is worth more than living a life that you don't want to live. If that made any sense. I've been drinking a lot. So it probably didn't make any sense. Oh, wait, hang on. Los Angeles okay, Borkoff, you're in Los Angeles. I just farted, and everything is closed. Damn, Los Angeles. I'm scared to see that because Los Angeles and New York City, those are like, my places. So I'm scared to see that shit locked off. April 30th here in Houston, Texas. Damn. Borkov, don't know what the hell they're gonna do with the homeless. Oh man, that's a story here, man. What they did with the homeless here, which they actually tried it, and it got rejected. With the homeless here in Czech Republic, what they tried to do was they tried to shut down the brothel and move in all the homeless people. The reason why is because they had been trying to shut the brothel down for years here, but they could never really do it. And with the pandemic, they figured that, oh, well, the pandemic can override, all the, the normal laws. So like Show Park, you could Google Show Park. Show Park had got shut down for like, you could probably find the article. It's probably gonna be in check, but they shut it. Like the country gave Show Park 72 hours to leave. Right? Is it look, come in here, clean the shit out because we're gonna put homeless people in here. You're done, Show Park. And and then I wake up to another article. I text a buddy of mine who worked there as a manager, and he goes, come to find out, they made up an excuse and said it wasn't like up to code, which is bullshit. Because I'm in there all the time. That place is probably nicer than like my fucking flat right now. Okay, what it was is when they tried to shut down the brothel, what they effectively did was, in that plan was pretty much double the unemployment in that realm. Because if they're working in a brothel, you're going to shut down the brothel with all those rooms and put homeless people in there. So you just double the unemployment rate, idiot. Like in that spot. And on top of that, the people you gonna put in there if they're homeless at this point, especially in Prague, if they're homeless, they ain't getting the job. Right? So they don't have a chance of balancing out those numbers. So you never gonna get that shit over. So they try to say, oh, well, it's not sanitary, so we're gonna leave it there. Bullshit. They didn't leave it there because they realized how dumb they fucking sounded by doing it. That's why they didn't do it. But okay. Okay, Jonathan Neal Wilder, firing for no mask. I don't know what that's. I can't pronounce that. Tresonian. I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google that. Can't post my comments because YouTube automatically removes it. Well, how come? What? YouTube is removing your comments. I didn't know it. Okay, I didn't even know they could do that. That's fucked up. Gee, I didn't know that. Los Angeles, I heard they telling people to snitch. They're telling people to snitch. Los Angeles. Rewarding people for damn. They're rewarding people like, did you see this bitch with a mask? Yeah, she lives at 492 Avenue Drive. Come get her. Like, that's fucked up, man. People here, they're not gonna do that. Oh, XXL. Do you think relationships will change after the coronavirus quarantine? I think at first, my opinion is, because people are going to be happy to see other people again. Like I said, especially with women only know how to act once they've been destroyed, once they've been humbled, once they've been treated like shit, once they've been destroyed. That's the only time women know how to act like they have any sense. So I think at first it'll be easier. I think it'll be easier, but it'll balance back out. And with that, and I got on this topic. I can't remember who I was talking to about this, but yeah, man, women they only know the only time they're going to act right is when they're hurt, humbled, or being treated like shit. Now, I am that guy who would treat them like shit, and I have to be honest. It is exhausting to be that guy. It's exhausting to be that person who is the leader in a relationship. Because when you're the leader in a relationship, the follower does not want to see you as equal. So sometimes I want to play Mario Kart with a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I want to sit up and and I don't know, do some dumb shit with a bitch. Like sometimes I want to. But see, bitches don't like that. Because they like to follow. And it's from my experience, they say they want a man. They bitches say they want a man to do all this shit. But see, the reality, this is where men have to think above women, is to read through what women say they want and know what they want. Because like I said, they're like children. Women are like children. So I don't know. I think I told you guys before. I'm thinking about one bitch right now. I text every now and then. I text her some shit like like sometimes I just be wanting a friend, man. I just want to talk. And when I send that shit, like I can feel her fucking respect for me start to plummet. I could feel it with like I could feel it like immediately. So I just don't text her back, treat her like shit, and she comes back and she acts like she has sense again. And I just keep treating her like shit. But it does get exhausting. It really does get exhausting. Like it really does get exhausting being the asshole guy. Imagine being stuck in a house with a nagging feet. Oh yeah, that's my ex-wife situation. Oh man, like and my ex-wife fucking beautiful, man. Like I stumbled up. I'm not even gonna lie about that shit. I stumbled upon a picture of her on the internet on an interview because she watched she got popular in Czech Republic. Something like she had watched some famous guy die here or something. And the guy like crawled over to her arms like while he was dying type of shit. So she got popular in Czech Republic. So like it's not gonna be hard for me to like stumble upon her like on a news article or some shit like that. And I stumbled upon some shit like my ex-wife is legit beautiful. Like I'm not even I'm not exaggerating. Like that bitch is legit. Like fucking like in America, she's a solid 9. Okay, like I said before, she was a 7. That was me with my like pissed off goggles. Like after I see that shit like that bitch is a solid 9, like 8.5. Because she's 35 now. She's just old. But if she was in America, oh, guys would be like throwing themselves at her. Oh, Borkov, is there anything you believe that would normally be labeled as a conspiracy theory? Huh. I'll say this. Um, not my snort, but what do I believe that could be as a conspiracy theory? The last thing that I had a conspiracy theory over was the price of beer in Czech Republic, because you can get a liter and a half. This is one. Well, they use commas where we use decimals. So like that comma would be a decimal. So it's a 1.5 liter. This beer costs $2, right? So it's okay, so roughly almost a 6-pack in America. Okay, roughly a 6-pack is like $2 here, roughly. So my conspiracy theory was that, well, I don't even want to really call it a conspiracy theory, but poorer countries and poorer people need to be drugged. Need to be drugged to keep them in line and keep them in check. For producing shit. Now here in Czech Republic, Czech Republic is like the middle ground. Like the main goal for every company here, from what I've seen, the main goal for every company in these middle countries where the average wage is like about $1,200, $1,000 a month. The goals here are to build up a company so high that America, the UK, Australia will want to buy it, and then and they can sell it to them. That seems to be like the underlying goal. Now, in countries like the Ukraine and Romania, from what I've seen, like they are a little too like their dream is pretty much to get here or to get is to get higher. Like is to pretty much get here, work their way up in a company, sell shit, and kind of ride the coattails of success. Whereas like in Czech Republic, from what I've seen here, people have to be inebriated. And pretty much when you go to poorer countries, it's the same theory. Where okay, for instance, in America, let's say you work minimum wage in America. Minimum wage is like what, like $7, $8 an hour, some shit like that. That like 1 hour of work in America will get you 1 6-pack of beer. You see what I'm saying? Like now, when you leave America, when you pretty much leave like America or countries who earn anywhere near the same amount of money, you can afford a lot more beer per hour of work. And that's just my own personal conspiracy. Like, why is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it like that? Like, once you go to Argentina, you're gonna be buying up beers like it's fucking nothing. You have cocaine delivered at your fucking flat for nothing. Like, I was telling a buddy of mine, this is a side rant. The first time I tried cocaine was in Buenos Aires. I had this Argentinian bitch I met on Tinder, and I don't do online dating unless it's like a circumstance. And this was a circumstance. I was out of my norm. I didn't know language, so I got on Tinder. Was it Tinder? It was some online dating. So I caught a cab. It was on the other side of Buenos Aires. My dumb ass. I don't know Spanish. So I get there. Soon as I get in there, the bitch got a fucking stripper pole. Like, soon as you walk in the door, it's a stripper pole like installed in the shit. And that's when I first found out, because I touched it. And that's when I first found out that stripper poles spin. Like they must have like bearings in them to where they spin. That's where I first found. That's how I found out the stripper pole spin. So when I walk in there, like the bitches treat me like a fucking king, man. She goes out and pulls. She has like alcohol sitting on the fucking dinner table. The bitch had a butler in the fucking motherfucker. Like, if you're in America, like, we don't do maids and butlers unless you like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or some shit. So like, to us, that's a big fucking deal to see a motherfucker. Would you like me to clean this for you? Like, motherfucker, I clean it myself. Give it to me. Like, but for us, like, we're not used to that. But see, like, in other parts of the world, like, matter of fact, when I was married, we had a maid when I was married. We lived in that house. I never showed you guys a picture of the house we lived in. But we had a maid out there. So I was used to it by then. But yeah, so anyway, she called over some cocaine, a cocaine dude, and he drops it off like it's a fucking pizza. In Buenos Aires, and motherfuckers don't care down there. He dropped it off, like, he came to the door like a pizza man, gave his shit to her, right? So my indoctrination, is that the right word? My introduction to cocaine in the real world, she had a cocaine. I'm not joking with you guys. It was like that fucking big. I'm not, and I'm not exaggerating this shit. This is how I first seen cocaine. It like being bought. It was like a fucking, like, it wasn't the size of a cue ball. Okay, this is my iPhone to give you better. This is iPhone 7. So it was about, what's that? Maybe like a third the size of an iPhone 7, not a plus, just a regular 7. And it was like, I mean, we did coke that whole night, and that was how I figured out what coke dick was. If you've ever done cocaine, like, you know what coke dick is, like, and that's how I figured out what it was. Because if you're fucking a bitch, you cannot. Well, okay, I'll say this. I don't say you can, because maybe you may have a different biological structure than I have. I could not keep my dick hard while fucking her. Like, and it scared the shit out of me. So we fucked like on and off, all like literally all night long, because we were doing cocaine all night, and you can't sleep when you're doing cocaine. Well, I couldn't. So like, and I had to get up the next morning to go teach some damn school kids in Argentina who loved me because I was the black dude who could speak fluent English. So if it's, oh man, so I got pictures with bitches in Argentina high schools, because they would come. Can we take a picture with you? Yeah. And then like here comes like 30 other bitches. He wants a picture with us. So here I am standing up with these bitches, like fucked up off cocaine, like trying to smile. Oh my God. That's my life. I forgot why I even started this story. But anyway. Imagine me stuck. Conspiracy theory. Yeah, to be inebriated in poor countries. That's where I started off. Trans gamer. I'm getting also exhausted getting to that racial political horseshit. Yeah. I'm with you, trans gamer. I don't pay attention to it anymore, man. And to be honest, okay, I'll dive into a political conversation here, man. My own theory. Now, I told you guys before, I never voted for Trump when he ran. And the reason I didn't vote for Trump is that it's not because I thought he would have been a bad businessman. That's not why I thought he would have been a great businessman. But why I didn't vote for Trump is because Trump has no experience at being at being normal, at being a normal human. He has absolutely no experience at it. That's why I did. That's why I did not think he'd be a great president. It was nothing about. I mean, the racial commentaries, things like that, is going to come into it because I mean it's just the reality of the situation. I don't think he is like okay. I wouldn't be uncomfortable with him if I was in a room with him alone. I wouldn't. I'm not going to say that, but I mean it's just the reality of what he is on the planet. Where I think that he may have some what's the word I'm looking for? Not requirements. I can't think straight right now. But I don't think I think that it's just okay. It's just what he is. He is a wealthy American white male who speaks fluent English. And once you travel the world, you see how exactly how important that is in the world. You see exactly how important that how highly that's looked upon. Now I am looked highly upon, but like I mean, it's just a reality. Like a white guy who comes in and speaks fluent English that's from America is going to rank higher. Depending on the individual, is going to rank. Usually, is going to rank higher than me because I actually and I had a conversation with a guy while playing chess in a random bar in Prague one time. And this dude, like, he was from the Ukraine. He could speak different languages. He could speak like 8 different languages. He told me he legit like studied hard when he was a kid. And we broke down like where everybody ranks. And I mean, he was a real cool dude, real cool guy, younger guy. And he broke down how like the Vietnamese, like their Vietnamese are always like lower because nobody really knows their language. They never a lot of them never really know our language. It's just a huge gap between it. So like the Vietnamese stores are everywhere. There's a Vietnamese store down the street. Vietnamese are everywhere, but they're always considered like lower in like the social status thing, which I think is fucked up. But it's just what it's going to be in the world of shit. And as it just goes up, I mean, just somewhat goes up from there for whatever reason. Missions here, there for whatever the reason. But I mean, it's just reality. My opinion of Donald Trump is he never had to truly deal with a problem he couldn't buy his way out of. And with that being said, this coronavirus situation was the exact thing that could have lowered the respect for him on a worldwide level. Because pretty much anything else that could have went wrong, in my opinion, Donald Trump could have found a way to just throw money at it and make it disappear. Either he could have, and this is gonna sound racist as fuck, but it's just the reality of the world and how it works. He could have just walked in as rich white American man and just intimidated motherfuckers off of that, or he could have just threw a bunch of money at a problem and fixed it. That's just what it is. That's just my opinion of it. Oh, wait. I'm going on because I really want to make this question answer. Okay. How was your experience in middle school? My experience in middle school was shitty. Not shitty, but I wasn't fucking bitches. I was a dork. I loved video games. I had bald spots because I have alopecia. Here, I have alopecia. So I mean, now it probably doesn't look horrible, but imagine like being me at fucking, 13. Like it was horrible. But even then, like some girls would still like me, but my self-esteem was shot. You would love to smash in Argentina. No, let me tell you, Jonathan Neal. Let me tell you this, man. What you're thinking of is a Brazilian girl. Argentina women are not, on average, not very attractive. They're not, because they generally kind of dress dirtier. They're just not as like I'm gonna tell you what you're thinking of. Because the reason I'm saying this is because when I got to Argentina, I was thinking like I'm gonna fuck Argentina bitch, and I got there, and like I ain't wanna fuck none of them hoes. So we went to Devil's Throat. Google Devil's Throat Argentina. It's like it's in the middle of Uruguay. I think it's Uruguay, Argentina, and Brazil. Now, you will know when you see a Brazilian woman because it is like immediate. Those bitches, they are fucking drinking some different water. It's like those whole Jessica Rabbit cartoons and all that shit like that. That was based off those women's bodies, like all those like the porn, like the hentai, fucking what's that? The hentai porn, Japanese porn, cartoon porn movies and all that. That's built off Brazilian bitches. That the bodies are built off of them, and then the faces got that like that the Caucasian face to it, type of shit. But the body, that's where they get that from. Any criticism towards the education system in America? My opinion with that is okay. First off, I'm gonna say I hate school, even though I'm well educated. I hate school, but it's one of them situations where I can admit that I probably couldn't accomplish it any better. That's what I'll say about that. Am I invested in American stock market? No. I heard. I heard a lot of people say that. I heard. Actually, I was talking to a bitch a couple days ago back in America. Her dad lost $40,000 off that shit because of the coronavirus. He lost. Yeah. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. But no, man. I don't even pay attention. To be honest with you guys, if somebody would like to educate me on that, I don't even pay attention to the stock market. I just pick the one who I've heard of and just say go with that one. I have an Oprah's account, but I don't play the stock market. I've always been interested in it though, but I would, but I don't know. I won't know the first thing. But like the homeboy, he was on here earlier. He helped me out with the cameras and how to better my situation on YouTube. You better the quality of the videos. Like if I had somebody who could walk me through the stock market, like where to go, how to buy stocks on my own type of shit, I would do it. But I don't even know where to start. And there's so many scam artists out there. I'm just too afraid to go that route. So I rather I would just wait for somebody to just help me out on how to do it. Oh wait. What is your opinion between the white and black American girls? Any differences? Um, with with the white and black American girls, my thing is, it really depends on your status, and it really depends on your status with any woman. Now, black girls have black girls have a difficult time being wanted around the world. It's not just America. That black girls have that problem universally. Just like, and this is gonna sound fucked up, Asian men have the same problem. I mean, yeah, you might find one or two, black girls or Asian guys who just clean up, but for the most part, they have the harder times because their natural characteristics mimic the opposite sex's characteristics, which inevitably wards them off from them, type of thing. But in the end, with black girls and white girls, I say, man, the differences I have with black and white girls, because just as soon as I could say one treated me like shit, another one chased me down from both sexes, and would treat me well. Now, personally, my taste since I was a little kid was always for white girls. Like since I was a little kid, the first girl I ever had a crush on, and her dad had to come talk to my mom because I used to chase her down and kiss her before I even knew what the fuck was going on. It was a little white girl. Now she's fat as fuck and fucked up now, but back then, we were in kindergarten, and I still remember I used to chase her down, kiss her, and she would run away. The little white girl. Yeah. Oh, wait. Best way to read intelligent investor. Intelligent and okay, I'm gonna recopy that right now so I can remember it. Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. I'm gonna read that. If I lose you guys, I'm sorry. I'm getting ready to search it. Okay, there we go. It went to another video. Okay. Probably a good time to buy good stocks while prices are low. Get an investment advisor, though. I agree. Krausley, I agree. In high school right now, at this point, I'm just in limbo. Man, I tell you what, man. If you're in high school, man, it's going to be fucked up, man. For the most part of it, I say just work on yourself. One, work on yourself, and two, learn how to accept failure. Don't be embarrassed by it. Learn how to not be embarrassed by failure. Because as a man, like that's what's going to make you more strong later on. Just like when you lifting weights and you start to hurt your muscles, and then you got to sit down and rest for a while. But then when you come back, you're gonna be a little stronger. See all that pain and all those scarring and tearing in your muscles. That's what's gonna make you stronger in the end. Do you think religion affects their behavior? Women? No. No. Well, depending on the women, I think some women. Okay, from a base of religion just being religion and woman strictly wanting to believe in religion, no, not at all. But I think women follow religion because they think it'll get them something. Usually being a man, a man that they want. They want hiccups again. They want, like I said, women only like a woman's primary objective is to get bread, is to get attention and to get bread, not like food, but to get like sexually get kids pumped in her. That is her biological objective. Once they don't reach that objective, that's when all the problems come out. That's when the feminists, the crazy woman with cats, the bitchiness, that's when all that starts to come. When she realizes she can't get bread, that's when all the problems come out. So yeah, they follow religion, but it's not because men follow religion because it's religion. But women follow religion because they think it'll please men who follow religion. I wish I had red pill, black pill knowledge in high school. Yeah. I think every kid from the 5th grade should start on. I'm not gonna say my videos. I will say a couple of the guy Coach Red Pill. I think he changed his name to like Gonzo Lira or something like that. There's a few videos that he did on women's nature, and I think every kid from the 5th grade on should start studying that shit. He did some great, because like he puts a lot more effort into his shit. I just turn on the camera, just start talking, but like he definitely like writes his shit out and touches on topics, and and he like actually edits shit, edits how shit's gonna hit. So like he puts more effort into what I put into my videos. Coach Red Pill, well, he used to be Coach Red Pill. His older videos were fucking perfect, man. I love them. Do I think incels are? Yeah, I think incels are real. Yeah. But I think the deeper question is, do incels realize they're doing it to themselves? I think that because I can't remember who I was speaking with before, but I said all men are alpha males. All men really are the alpha. Relative to themselves. They are the alpha. Men, it's just that the beta men, what happens is they look to be treated as a beta. That's the reality of it. All men are alphas. All men. Or if they're incels, what I think what happens with I think everybody goes through an incel stage at some point. Especially if they're not, if they're not naturally, like a sports player or something like that in high school, every guy goes through that. Angry, envious, blah, 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 because you can't get, sex, whatever. And it just gets worse in countries like America where you can't just go to a brothel with $50 and fuck a model. So it's like you're just completely stuck and shut in at that point. But yeah, I think incels are real, but I think that a lot of it is they are doing it to themselves. Just like beta men, they're doing it to themselves, but they're not realizing they're doing it to themselves. I was a red pill denial at the end of middle school. Now that I've accepted the black pill, a lot of things start to matter less. I don't even know what exactly the black pill is. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what exactly that is. I'm gonna have to look that up. I think most of these guys don't want to be with a land whale or a single mother. They're kind of delusional. Yeah, see, the single mother situation has been accepted more widely because I got a fart. It became clear through social media in the last few years that there are a ton more desperate men on the planet than there are women. And that gave women far more power to be, and it gave them far more excuse to be lazy in their life and their decisions. Because women know that, well, there's always going to be a desperate dude chasing me. There's always going to be that guy. So if I just keep being me, just keep existing simply as a woman, some guy's going to come along and, give me whatever I want. And the single mother and land whale shit, it wouldn't even it grew even more because now women they're even in these countries, like, they're starting to learn through Tinder, Instagram, online dating. They're learning that, okay, men are fucking desperate. Like men are desperate. Like men will come after me just because I'm a woman. They're learning that at younger ages. Hey, Underground Lee, I'm getting ready to turn this off. It's like I'm getting tired. It's 2 hours now. But yeah, hey, Underground Lee is yeah. I don't know how to make a warning on my YouTube channel. I'm going to do a live stream, so I just kind of randomly do it. I can only smash single mothers. Once in a blue moon. I can't take them. No, I can't either. POF has live streams now. Thanks for the warning. I ain't watching that shit. POF is like, from what I remember, man, Ohio, POF is just a complete dumpster. That is the complete dumpster of women. Like, for real. For what I remember of POF, that was the dumpster in Ohio. POF. I wouldn't fuck with POF. Back in my beta days, that was terrible. Yeah. POF. I'm scared of that shit. I tell you what, when you talk about POF, I would rather go drive in a poor neighborhood and find some like heroin addict to suck my dick for $10 and to go on POF. POF is like that. Woo! I remember that POF. But I mean, hey, I don't know. I don't know where you live. I don't know your situation. I don't know the city. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know your situation. So it could be different where you are. But yeah, POF was rough. Was POF ever like good? Like, you go in there and find like some decent shit? Idaho. I've never been to Idaho. I don't even want to lie. I don't even want to be that guy who goes, fucking Idaho. I've never been to Idaho, so I don't know anything about Idaho. I don't want to say it's shitty there. I've never been. I don't want to be that guy. But yeah, yeah. I'd say I'll hang out about 20 more minutes because I kind of got to pee a little bit, but not too bad. So I'm chilling. So any more? Does anybody have any other questions? I've never used it. I use a tag. I've never used. I've heard of Meet Me, but I've never actually like. Is it an app? I'm gonna look in the app store right now. You're from Germany. What's up? I can't even pronounce that. Well, because I heard of Meet Me before, but I've never. Oh, here it is. Meet Me, hook up, dating. What the fuck? I didn't know. Wait, it said I even download. I never remember. I don't even remember downloading this shit. It had a cloud on top of it. I downloaded this before. I didn't even know it. Okay. Sure. Yeah, man, Jonathan, I agree. Hey, man, I stopped online dating, but this quarantine has me like bored as fuck right now. Like, it's just nothing to do. Even I have a lot of hobbies, man, but even with my hobbies, I'm like just getting bored. I'm just getting bored. Oh, the topic, man, whatever question. I'm gonna be on here in about another 20 minutes and I'm gonna head out. I'm downloading Meet Me right now to see what I'm gonna let you guys know what happens. I didn't even it said I downloaded it before. I don't even remember downloading this shit. I must have downloaded it. Crazy. Man, I tell you what, Craigslist is one of those things. What? Hold on. I'm signing back into my shit. What does my do I even have a how I don't know because I took these pictures as I've been in Prague, and I know I haven't uploaded this episode I've been in Prague. But yeah, Craigslist is one of those situations where like you could definitely find um it was some bad bitches on Craigslist, but the thing was like you had to kind of get lucky. Like they would like you had to put an ad up and then they would get at you type of shit. But I heard stories people would get robbed on Craigslist, shit like that. So like I never but I've never been robbed or anything like that. I heard stories about that shit happening. But yeah, Craigslist was good. Craigslist was good here too, here in Prague. Oh, thank you, XXL. Austria. Oh, so awesome. I was trolling your family out about PL crap. It's a bunch of fat women getting out. Yeah. Well, you have time on your hands, Darius. Yeah. Who is Darius? I don't know who Darius M is. Craigslist had real. Yeah, man. Craigslist was like, yeah, Craigslist was legit. Craigslist was. It could be good, but it can be like, I don't know. Craigslist could be real good. My favorite music, man. I am a borderline artist, and when I say I'm an artist, that means it's impossible to say one favorite type of music. Lately, I've been having Alexa play Frank Sinatra style music lately. But man, like I played violin in college, I played guitar. I was horrible at drums. Like I could never understand the drums. Um, but with that, I play a lot of piano. I played a little bit of flute, very little bit of trumpet. But yeah, my favorite music. It really depends on what mood I'm in. I can listen to pretty much anything, honestly. The only music I don't listen to a lot is rap. The only time I'll tell you what, the only time I listen to rap is when I'm fucking a bitch, and some reason it like gets me like hyped or something. I don't know why. It's like my hype music. But that's the only time my nose is itching like crazy. That's the only time I listen to rap. Other than that, never listen to rap. That's the only music like I like actively, non-intentionally kind of like avoid for the most part. Jazz fusion. No, I don't know what jazz fusion is, but I tell you what is a good. I don't know why I thought of this. Probably because I've been drinking a lot. But a good music workout, a good music is electric swing. Like I got into electric swing. Like it's pretty much like DJ shit. But electric swing, I got into electric swing about 2 years ago, and every now and then I dive back into electric swing. And we just go on YouTube and type in electric swing. Like I got into that shit. Like seriously, I love that shit. You still watch King and Queen's relationship based on blue pill mentality? Yeah, it yeah. Yeah. But I tell you what, the King of Queens was based in reality though. And the reason I say that is because they went into Carrie's background and all that makes sense. Especially if they live in New York City. See, like, because you gotta remember, like, they were living in New York City. So women are going to look better there because they got to keep up with higher caliber women. So they're all going to look. A lot of them are going to look at least a little bit better than you would find like Ohio type shit, right? So there was reality in it. Like once they went back into Carrie's background, into Leah Remini's background, Leah Remini's character background, like she was pretty much a woman. Like she well, a woman, yeah, of course she's a woman, but she never she wanted to go to college, but she didn't go to college, so she had to work like these jobs, and she was never so pretty much Doug was the best thing that she can do. That was, and then also she had low self-esteem because she knew she couldn't go out there and keep a better man because she wasn't a better woman in a woman's mind. So Doug was always there. Doug would at least go to work and respect her. So she pretty much, and she was just in that in that mental frame of respect. Pretty much any guy who's going to respect you. So there was some validity in that. I'll give King Queens that there was some validity. It wasn't like what did I just get done watching? It wasn't like she was like this high power attorney woman who looked like Leah Remini back then, and then she got with like a UPS driver. Like that shit would have been really off kilter type of shit. But it did make sense. I'll give them that. You still never taught me how a fat man can get laid. Man, let me look. It's not because you're a fat man. Fat bitches have problems. I know a guy. I won't say I even knew a guy. I know a guy who is huge, right? Like this motherfucker is like huge. He's a great friend of mine. He was in the military. I don't know how much he weighed, but he was always 6'2", like 6'2", maybe 6'6", like between 6 foot and 6'2". But the motherfucker was like, the motherfucker has always been huge, right? But he always had bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like he always, like it's not. Trust me on this. It's not because I'm short. I'm a short guy. I'm only 5'7". It's not about like for men. It's not about it's about the mind. You have to walk in. Okay, if your thing is you're fat, whatever you're insecure. Okay, I'm not even trying to say you're insecure. What I'm trying to say is this: you have to exist like you. If you're not perfectly fine with what you are, you have to exist like you are perfectly fine with what you are. See, this is why motherfuckers could go out there, okay, like for Nicki Minaj's boyfriend, that motherfucker's a registered sex offender, and she making soup out his underwear. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a bad, it's not, see, like with women, it's not like with women just want a man who's confident in his own skin and doesn't give a fuck. That is what is going to make you attractive to. It's not about what you look like. You got pretty eyes. I mean, sure, some guys got pretty eyes or whatever. But the reality of with women is much deeper than that. It really is, man. It's not about being fat. It's not about being skinny. It's not about being short. It's not about being tall or having a six pack. A lot of that is men searching for an answer as to why a woman doesn't like them. A lot in the reality of it. That's really what it is. BGM Cafe music. I don't know what that is. Okay, Underground League. Okay, I already see it, man. See it. Oh, there's MGTOW Rip Hill game. Okay. You're wrong, bro. Fat women can get laid way easier than yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I agree with you. A woman can always get laid easier than a man. She can always get that. But okay. The next difference in that is a woman can always get laid. But a woman's thing is, will the guy feel comfortable being seen with her in public? Shit like that. And it's really up to the guy at that point. Now, I'm not a big guy. I've never been a big guy. But what I'll say is this: from what I've seen from other big guys who seemingly have like conquered this situation, is you got to just you have to just be just like, look, this is what I do. This is me. There is there. I can't even begin to start on that topic of no matter what you are, there is somebody who is looking for you. And you got to remember that. It might take a while to find them, but it's somebody who's looking for you. Always. Yeah, sneeze. Well, okay, fat women get lots of DMs. Fat men. Okay, women will get tons of DMs. That's just women because they're women. Woman is wanted initially just because she's a woman. She doesn't have to think. She doesn't have to, be witty or charming or anything like that. Women are wanted simply because they're a woman. Have you ever done experience with Muslims in terms of red pill? No, I haven't. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Not that I know. Not that I know. I've never spoken on this topic with Muslim guys. Not that I know of. Maybe through here, and maybe he was, and I didn't know it or something. I don't know. How does knowledge of female nature affect your view on women in your family? Well, okay, from my perspective, women in my family, the women in my family generally can associate me with success. So I am capable of getting away with doing not doing what I want to do, but being doing what I want to do, but not doing. I'm not going to disrespect people in public just for whatever reason. Like I'm still gonna have. I'm not just this gangster just like all the fucking time. Like I still have respect for motherfuckers. But with that being said, watching the women in my family, the women in my family, I can feel that they definitely have a higher respect for me than like other guys in my family. More specifically speaking, like my brother, maybe for instance, or my cousin. Like I can feel it. Like I like I mean, I can go into deeper stories of why I know for a fact, but I'm not going to do that on here because that just be. I feel like I'm talking behind people's back by telling those stories. But I'm regarded as successful, so I can get away with a lot more. So how I see women in my family, I mean, pretty much all everything what I ever say, I have watched play out in women in my family. In my whole family, like all the theories. Like I got the female cousin who's beautiful and she's a single mother of 3 kids with by 3 different baby fathers. And watch how she operated in life. Watch how she operated when she didn't know I was watching her operate. Like I have the aunts who couldn't keep a man. I got the cousins who could keep a man. I got cousins who couldn't keep a man. Like everything I say comes from legitimately like watching women within my own family, and then watching women in the world. So my relationship, like I said, when it comes to deal with bitches in the world, I'm okay. Of course, I'm not gonna go up to like a female in my family and say, look, like come and get some dick. I'm not gonna say I'm not trying to fuck my own family members, but I mean, like I know what's going on. I'll just say that, like I know what's going on. And it's whether if I care or not to talk and laugh about it or not, with what type of thing. Because oh yeah, I mean I got now. Where we at? Jonathan Neal. I don't believe in the confidence here in America as much. I'm a little lost on what that statement was. Can I? Because I can't even have respect females, and because I can't even respect females in my family. Man, I say, man. Well, I don't know I don't know those females. If they're not deserving of respect, then don't give them respect. Then it's on you for that. Like it has nothing to do with them. Like if you don't feel like you can respect them, then hey, then they don't deserve respect. Don't entertain that bullshit. Because I tell you, look, when it comes to that level with dealing with any woman, once she realizes she can get over on you because you're respecting her because she's a woman, she's going to take advantage of you. Period. Whether it's your family, not family, she's going to do it. So if she doesn't, if those women in your family don't deserve respect, then don't give it to them. You're doing the right thing. All right. Because they're going to learn how to follow you in time. Okay. That's just how it's going to play out. That's how it's going to happen. All right. It's just whether you're going to stand and stick by your guns or you're going to fold and you're going to, follow them. That's just how it's going to happen. Now, the women in my family, when it came to dealing with them on an interpersonal level, yeah, I have no reason to not respect a woman in my family when it came to interpersonal, relations with them. I have no reason to treat them like shit. They've never come to me with that. They've come to my brother with some shit, and I get why he's mad, but they don't like him because he's not deep successful. So it's that whole thing, like like I say, to be woman is be prostitute. If a guy is perceived to be valuable, then she's going to respect him more. If he's not, then she's not going to respect him. It's just that whole theory playing out. P himself. I don't need the women to be seeing with me in public. I just need to be alone in private. I'm cool with that. I don't even need her to want a relationship. But at that point, man, I said at that point, because I remember speaking to you before, Key. At that point, I tell you what you do, man. You just go to, because you say you weren't too far away from a college campus. This is what you do, man. You just go to a college, you hit up in college bars, and you just hang out and talk to bitches and make friends with whoever the fuck you can make friends with. You talk to motherfuckers, and in those towns, like a bitch is gonna eventually walk up to you. Okay, if you don't walk up to her, she's gonna walk up, or you just hang out and you just enjoy the night when you hanging out with them, or the day, whatever the fuck time you got. Maybe you make work third shift. I don't know, but you say you weren't too far away from a college campus. That's what I would say. The hard part is when you get too far away from college campuses. That's when your options really start to dwindle. When you're stuck to strictly nightclubs type of shit, in the suburbs. That's when your options really dwindle into that cult-like mentality of the people who are there. That's when your options. But I would say, no, go to those college towns. That's what I would say. That's my opinion on what. Women aren't wanted because they are women, which means fat women don't have to worry about. It look like they can always get laid. Fat men. Yeah. Women are wanted because they're women. Man must become. That's just that's how it plays out, man. To be a man, like you must become to be a man, to be wanted. Woman just has to be wanted as a woman. All they have to do is just walk in a room, shut the fuck up, smile, and just be a woman. All right. And there'll be some use for her just existing. Just existing. Just be an object, like Patrice O'Neal said. Just be an object. Just sit there and be an object. You ain't gotta do nothing. Just be an object. Just sit there, be an object. Somebody's gonna come and want to fuck you. In time. That's what it's gonna be. Where men, I think there's a saying I read somewhere. Women are wanted until they're not wanted, and men are not wanted until they are wanted. And that's real shit. My favorite movie. Man, like I'm an artist, man. It's impossible to say one movie or one style of music. And it's really dependent on when you catch me. Believe it or not, Atomic Blonde is one of my favorite movies. Atomic Blonde. I rewatched it a couple days ago. I love Charlize Theron. She's crazy as fuck in real life. But she plays her part well. I love Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron, whatever the fuck. Atomic Blonde, Vanilla Sky. The reason I like Vanilla Sky is because I love the first time I watched Vanilla Sky, this is when I first moved to my own apartment, and I was building a computer, and I had cable, right, which was a big deal back then. By the way, and Vanilla Sky just happened. I didn't even know it was on. It just happened to be on, and I kept like watching it, and then like keep tinkering with the computer and watching it. But the movie, like, if you ever seen Vanilla Sky, I'm not gonna spoil it, but it kept like throwing in these monkey wrenches at the last minute. Like, what the fuck is going on with this movie? Type of shit. Like, if you ever seen Vanilla Sky, you know what I'm talking about. It keeps throwing in these like monkey wrenches at the last minute, right when it's like just a normal, a normal movie. Like, this last monkey wrench will have you thinking, like, what the fuck? So I eventually just put the computer to the side. It's like, what's going on? Like, did he kill the bitch? Like, he couldn't have killed her because I watched it. But if you ever, I'm not gonna ruin it. But you got Vanilla Sky is my favorite movie for the soundtrack too. I love the music from Vanilla Sky. My favorite video game is Near Automata. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I love that video game. And they're coming out with a remaster of the old Nears too, if you like those games. Oh wait, hang on. I even told my niece that they're worried that being fat will keep them single. I told them to create a tender to see how many men would think. Oh yeah. Women get 100% more messages than men. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, I completely, I'm with you on that, Key. Yeah, yeah. If a woman creates a fucking dating app, oh, she give it a week, and every woman's gonna have countless men get it. Okay, that's why when I'm on dating apps, I very rarely message first. Very rarely. Very rarely. Like very yeah. God, yeah. That's horrible. But yeah, no, my favorite video game, go back to the favorites. Requiem for a Dream. Everybody likes Requiem for a Dream, but nobody ever thinks of it when they're thinking of movies though. I'm trying to think. I like psychological thrillers. I like philosophical and psychological things, like Twilight, the original Twilight Zones. I love those. The original Star Treks with Captain Kirk. Actually, you know what's crazy? William Shatner was supposed to come here on the 15th of March, which that didn't happen because coronavirus. But yeah, I was going to go see him because I love Captain Kirk. I love Captain Kirk, man. My favorite car is BMW because I got into BMWs. I have a BMW in the US. I never had it shipped here though, because the public transportation is so great. You don't need a car at all. It's like being in New York City. It's better than being in New York City, actually. I'm trying to think of other great movies, man. Because Cider House Rule. I've heard of that movie, man. Is that a? Let me look. I've heard. And I know what movie you're talking about, Anna. I know. To answer your question, no, I didn't watch Anna because I felt like the reason I didn't watch Anna is because I felt like Atomic Blonde had done so well with like audience with people on an individual level that it kind of created this whole population of this woman who's a spy who kicks ass. And I felt like Anna was just like just another, another copy of Atomic Blonde. Because there was another movie that Jennifer Lawrence, she played a Russian girl, a Russian spy, like right after all that, after Atomic Blonde. And it got really bad reviews. I never watched that. But I think that's what I'm thinking about Anna, where it was this real skinny white girl, and she was like a spy. Do you have a woman that got away? Yeah, the Filipino girlfriend I had when I was in college. I should have kept that bitch, and I fucking threw her away. Oh yeah, I'm gonna answer that Borkoff in a minute. The Filipino girl who the first girlfriend I had when I was in college, I really like. I was just too young and just fucked that up. man, she was super loyal, man. Like she would cook, she would clean. Oh my God, she was. I mean, she got like I remember one time I got real sick, and she came and took care of me. She got sick and just took it. Like, and I went to school and I called her, and she was in my place, like sniffing and fucked up. I felt real bad. God, yeah, that was the one who got away. That was the one who got well, probably because I fucked it up. I left her at a bar on her birthday. I threw her in the trash because I just wasn't thinking. But yeah, man, if I could go back in time and fix one relationship with a woman, she would totally be the one I would do it with, complete, without a doubt, without a question. But I think about it on the other hand, if I had done it, I would never came to Prague. I pretty much guarantee that shit right now. The Legend of Bagger. I never heard of that. The Legend of Bagger Vance. So I'm pretty sure it's probably good then. If it's not like a mainstream movie and it's your favorite movie, I'm pretty sure it's good then. What about any monster movies? Cloverfield, man, I tell you what. Cloverfield was good from what I can remember. And then they made a sequel, I think. And I watched the commentary on it. And the guy in the commentary, he said the same thing, and I thought they never actually showed the Statue of Liberty being fucked up. Like, or did they show? No, they did, because I think that the walk run out of it. It's been so long since I seen Cloverfield. It was something I was let down about with Cloverfield, but I really liked it because I remember there was a beta dude in Cloverfield because they was watching. They had a camera, and this beta dude, like when everything popped off, the beta dude, he loved this girl. He goes, "Oh my God, Sarah, are you okay?" And Sarah just like didn't even pay him any attention. He was the beta dude. You messed up. You messed it up because you were in beta mindset. Um. Oh, with the Filipino girl, she left you, or you left her. Oh no, okay. Well, okay. In the end, she left me, but I left her at a bar on her birthday. What happened was it was her birthday, and we met. Well, I drove her to a bar, and I don't even remember. Okay, this is what it was. I didn't think I was good enough for her, so I came up with some. I think I wanted her to talk to somebody else or something, or I mean, it got to the point where like I was like dancing with other girls in front of her. I remember like it was really bad, man. I remember like I came to this. It was called Cadillac Grill or something like that. And when I got there, she would like go and grab a seat for me and pull. Like, man, she did everything for me, man. And I just threw that shit in the trash. And then I tried to get it back, and she was just gone. Like it, I was fucked up, and I was real fucked up after that. That was a heartbreak. That was a self-induced heartbreak. I fucked that shit up. I wasn't beta for her, but I was too alpha for my own good. That's what it was. I was too alpha before I knew how to handle being alpha. That's how I would more that's how I would explain it. I was too bold before I was ready to understand how to handle being bold. So there was no telling how things would play out. That's what happened. Oh, dude, you see, you watched the episode of Twilight Zone? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think a nice place to visit. I think was the name of it. I love that episode. I love that episode. I still watch it from time to time. Love it. I give it. You disagree with the episode? A nice place to visit. I would love to be rich as fuck. I'd have 3 new women a day. No way I'd ever get tired of that. Hey, I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but you'll get tired of anything, man. Of anything. Trust me on that. You will get tired. I don't want to be Debbie Downer about it, but that's my philosophical side. Yeah. I tell you what, man. The first time I fucked a beautiful bitch, the first like a legit beautiful woman. Um, yeah, I was there because like my goal in life was to fuck a beautiful woman. at some point in my life. And when I finally got it, it was heaven. But then the reality sets in. It's like, what what is this bitch talking about? How many other guys have she already fucked? All these other questions start to come in. And then, I mean, sure, like I'm saying, once you get see, and this is the thing. Those three bitches, okay, those bitches that you get every night in this heaven, like in a nice place to visit. The reality of it is, man, like once a woman can do that, once she can be the beautiful woman who gets fucked, that woman will never feel the same way about you. You see, you are like at best, you're always going to be the side dish to her because, like, because from where you're coming from, she's the height of it. But from where she's coming from, she's already had it a million times from Sunday. She doesn't care anymore. you know, I mean, at best, you may find one who has low self esteem and thinks that this will just keep you around her. But on average, like she's been used up by every guy on the fucking block. And I think that's really the next step. But like I said, I'm a Debbie Downer, man. I'm being a Debbie Downer now. Just go have fun in life. Fuck it. Episode shines a light on why women hate when a man does everything that she wants and asks. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Deal with that comment. Yeah, women experience that at a much earlier age than men do. So like that's why I say in other videos. By the time women hit 19 and 20, either they have been or they could have been getting railed out behind a dumpster since they were 12. They've been getting it at much. So by the time they hit 19, they are light years ahead of a guy of equivalent age. And a guy, I say roughly a 20-year-old woman is about the equivalent of a 45-year-old man. In that world of moving that fast, of the average 45-year-old man, that's when they both kind of hit equal territories. This is why when you go back in history, a lot of 20-year-old women, they would always end up marrying 40 and 45-year-old men and happily having babies with them and shit, because that's the only man who could actively entertain that shit. Let's see. Anything they want? Yeah, they get that. Yeah. I agree with you, deal. They hate it. Yeah. Think about it, bro. I haven't got tired of jacking off, and I've been doing it for 20 years. I wouldn't get tired of a I'm a lawyer, Sarah. I'm gonna look up. I don't know who Sarah Ray Vargas is, but hey, go have fun, man. That's what I tell you. They'll probably fuck. Hey, they'll probably fuck you. Yeah, they would fuck you. I mean, like that's a whole other topic. They would fuck you. It just doesn't matter of timing and all that shit. I was saying with my Vietnamese chick, she was super loyal. We broke up and I moved to UK. Sarah Vargas. Let me Google Sarah Vargas real quick. Okay. Okay, so I see your type. Yeah. Now, okay, now I'm gonna be honest with you. This Sarah Ray Vargas type might be a bit. I mean, they do exist here in Czech Republic, but like it's the opposite of America. So like you're gonna have a harder time here finding women with extra meat on their bones like this. I'm not trying to say she's ugly or anything like that, or like like fucked up. She's definitely not. I mean, she's dressed like she's got her act together, blah blah blah. But in Prague, you're gonna have a much harder time finding this here. But what does I mean? Hold on, let me see. Dude, what's this bitch do? She just first time giving. Oh, so she has a kid. She's giving her son a fade here. 10 books to read. in January. Will it fit? Gymsharks tries. So is she a hooker? Hold on. She's Mexican. Blogger turned YouTuber. She has 2 million followers across social platforms. Oh, she's okay. Oh, let me go on Pornhub real quick and see if she's on there because she might be. Because I seen a few of these bitches on Pornhub. Oh shit. Cause I tell you what, I seen a few of these bitches on Pornhub, and then they be on YouTube talking about something. I can't find a man because I'm on Pornhub fucking other guys. They don't want me on here. I'm not seeing her on Pornhub. Yeah, I just typed it in. Unless she goes by a different name, I'm not seeing her on Pornhub. Okay, yeah, you say she's not on Pornhub. I just think you got to get a virgin or girl that fuck less than 3 dudes. Yeah, yeah. If you trying to like legit, like seriously, respectfully get with a woman, like yeah. I mean, hey, I say, hey, start. I say, man, hey, everybody's got their own taste for what they like. I'm not trying. I'm not. I'm definitely not one to fuck the. I'm just looking at random bitches' asses right now on Pornhub, but but yeah, I mean, hey, I'm definitely not one to get on to not bitches. Sarah Banks, who is this? Let me tell you, because the bitches I know who do porn, you know, it's honestly, man, like it's gotten to the point, man, with bitches and porn. Like I find porn funny until I just am ready to jack off type of shit. Like if I'm not just ready to jack off, I find porn hilarious. Like because I've known too many bitches that were just hookers or done porn or did porn and we talked about it. Like I've just known too many of them to the point where like if I'm watching porn and I'm not like in jack off mode, I just think porn's fucking funny. Like because like now I can see the bitch's face and can tell like she's just doing it because she's on camera trying to get paid real quick. Like this bitch don't want to do this shit. So she's probably thinking about ice cream or anything else to get her through the scene. Now I'll tell you what, man. Mal Malloy. I googled Mal Malloy. I looked up Mal Malloy. My thoughts on her. Okay, Mal Malloy is not one who I would do consistently. But but I'll say this. I have a taste for Mal Malloy from time to time. Just okay, because this is a secret fetish of mine. You know what I like seriously wish I had, but I don't have, is like a hot, like not even like a super hot granny, but like a hot like grandma that lived like next door who was just a fucking freak. Like that is like a secret fetish that I've always wanted, but I don't have. I haven't had as of yet. But that is personally like something I've always wanted. Just like a not like a super old grand, it's like 90 years old, but like maybe like I don't know, like maybe like a well-aged 60-year-old, 65-year-old, like a well-aged one though. And she's just a fucking raunchy fucking freak that doesn't care. That is like my fetish that I've always wanted, but I don't have it. I've yet. I think and the crazy part was when I was living in a village called it was like a town called Chescalipa. I had one, but she couldn't speak English, and my check was so bad I couldn't understand her. But I could tell like she was wanting to fuck, and I was like trying to fuck that fucking retired fucking senior citizen bitch. But she was a well-aged one, but I couldn't fucking communicate to her. But I really wanted to fuck her. I really did, man. And she was, but like, but back to the top, like back to Mal Malloy. She like it fits that category where like I wouldn't, for me personally, it wouldn't be like an everyday want for me. I would have to like have a taste for it here and there, do it, and then I'm kind of done with it for a while. But like the more consistent ones would be like Kendra Lust. She's a little older, but Kendra Lust, that porn star Kendra Lust, and I was gonna say Brie also. What's the bitch? Belladonna. Belladonna, but not when she was like trying to be like super what they call glam, like with her perfect makeup, but when she was just like being a dirty fucking bitch. Belladonna was a personal favorite. I'm trying to think of another one who like consistently, like who are like consistently, the ones who are consistently my type are the ones who are like skinny thick. Like they're relatively kind of skinny, but they have absolutely zero muscle. So like when you just slap their ass, like there's just absolutely no muscle. Like I think, hold on, let me look at this Instagram bitch I follow, and I'll tell you what, her body is like perfection to me. Her first name is Emily, but I can't think of her last name right now. Emily Lynn, that's her. Hold on, this video right here. This free advertisement for the bitch. But you see, like, there's like no muscle at all in her fucking ass. Like, it's just complete fat. Selma Hayek, man, I've been telling you about Selma Hayek, man. Selma Hayek's body and her personality is great, but I hate bitches who got that, like I hate women who have that bigger chin. That I hate women who have a defined chin. Like Selma Hayek's chin always killed it for me, man. It always, but her tits, her ass, her body, her skin complexion, her personality are perfect. But it's her chin. It's like every time I see women with that chin, it reminds me of Quagmire's dad from Family Guy when he got that sex transformation. He got that big ass. I just can't do it. I can't do it, man. But I'm ready to head out, man, because I've been on here long. I'm going on 3 hours. Hey, MGTOW. Oh, man, my bad. MGTOW, I'm ready to head out, man. I went on here almost 3 hours. I'm tired. I'm tired. Like the clothes detergent. I'm tired. It's going on 11. I'm ready to go to bed. Shania Twain. I like Shania Twain. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen her lately, but Shania Twain, yeah, she's good. I like her. Yeah, I haven't seen her lately though. She may have hit the wall hard. I don't know. Or Jewel. Remember, I don't know if you're Jewel. I can't remember her songs, right? I remember, but Jewel, she had crooked teeth. I liked her too. Oh, yeah, I'm ready to head out, man. So I hope nothing comes in. Jessica Simpson. Oh, okay. I'm gonna head after this. Jessica Simpson, yes and no. Jessica Simpson was definitely a go until I seen her father, and she looks. If you look at her mother and father, she looks like her father, and that killed it for me personally. Because then now all I see is just her father in her face. Like that. I don't know if you ever noticed it, but if you look at Jessica Simpson's father, she looks more like her father than her mother, and that ruined it for me. But before I seen her father, Jessica Simpson was a definite go. Even now with her fucking alcoholic ass, because I got a story of her. She's just a fucking drunk all day long, but she's jiggly now. You can tell she doesn't work out. She's just jiggly, and she's pale white. The pale white with pale white, jiggly, and preferably black hair is my type. Is my type. Yeah, that's my type. But yeah, man, I'm gonna head out. This is almost 3 hours. I'm getting tired. So yeah, have a good day, guys.